I mean no offense, and I say this in the kindest way possible. I didn't wait 4 years for a Morocco-Netherlands World Cup final. Now, shout-outs and everything, that shout-outs to the teams and so forth. If Morocco make the final, great. If Netherlands make the final, great. I didn't wait 4 years for Morocco and the Netherlands to win that bloody World Cup final. So please, don't give me that crap. Right? Please, guys, 4 years is a long damn time. I probably 4 years, especially in this world ruled by Trump and well, Pete, shout to Pete. Well, not really shout out to Peter, but okay, just put Pete into that side. Okay, I don't know. Look. I think Pete guys shout out. Look, that guy's weird. Okay, look, just peace. So, and then there were eight. And then there were eight. Guys. We're in the quarterfinals, man. It gets real. It gets very real, man. And we're gonna try and be breaking these down, up and up and up, and just trying to find out exactly what is the semi-final going to be. What is it going to be? Because ESPN FC put out a very interesting little tweet about all of the different narratives and so forth and everything. I was like, okay, this is interesting. Because the first one was like basically Croatia winning. Modric can just like retire into the freaking summer. So imagine Croatia winning the World Cup. That'd be wild, man. So guys, settle in. Subscribe to the new almonds. These things are actually good for you and everything. Look, actually, no. I'm pretty sure I shouldn't say what they should be. I think kids are watching, so let's just say they are good for you in that way. So, shout out to everybody. Like the video, subscribe if you're new, and please send in those dubs and so forth. We appreciate those super chats. They help to keep the channel running through. And yes, I've got my Christmas hats, man. Got my Christmas hats. Okay, and also very quick thing as well. Santa ain't real. there's no chance an old, white, overweight dude can fit through a chimney. Tell your kids, Santa ain't real, the Tooth Fairy ain't real, get it real. You're the guys that get the present, not some freaking random dude who is too big to fit through a freaking chimney. Give me a freaking break. Let's stop this Santa crap right now.
Santa is real. He lives 300 kilometers north of me in Santa Claus land here in Finland.
Oh, wait. So is that where the North Pole is north of Finland?
The Arctic Circle is in Finland, yes, but there's a town and there's like Santa.
Okay, Mike. Have you seen? So in all your time, have you seen Santa?
I saw him up there. I saw him up there.
Look, unless you can give me visual evidence, let's stop this Santa crap. Let's stop all this crap. Let's stop all those bombers films. He ain't real. He's never real. If you can't see me photographic evidence, he ain't real. And also, we never landed on the moon. I'm sorry, we never landed on the moon. That was also forged as well, guys. It's real. It's real. Sorry.
You want to go there?
You know what do you mean? I don't want to go there. Of course, I never landed on the freaking moon. It's freaking forged. Don't let me get that. And also, aliens built the pyramids, but that's a whole different discussion. It's a whole different discussion. But so guys, shout out to everyone in there, man. Like that video, subscribe if you're new, and let's see what's up. So guys, look, man, let's start. We start a bit. We start small, and we go into when it gets crazy. So guys, let's talk. Let's have this. So Brazil against Croatia. Oh, yeah, there he is. Oswald, couple pots. What's up? Oswald, couple pots. Aloha, man. So look, guys. Here's the thing right now. It's Brazil against Croatia. Here's the thing. Brazil, come on. Here's that. Brazil, give me a break. Now, no offense. Shout out to my boy Ivica, my former Croatian colleague, my world baby. He's very confident in his Croatian side. And these guys are good. But because the last time these guys faced each other was back in 2014. I think was it 2014?
Yeah, it was 2014. It was the opener.
Yeah, opener. Yeah. And look, Brazil should be able to beat this Croatian side. Now, this is a much better Croatian side and a much more talented Croatian side than the side that they faced. And these are guys with Modric. But I feel that for Brazil, this is going to be a slight step up. I feel Vardy has been one of the best defenders out there. And these guys will face a much stiffer defensive challenge than my South Korean BTS amigos, man. Mike, Brazil, is there any chance, any possibility that Croatia can just say what's up? Just can Croatia say what's up and deny us Brazil, Argentina? Because Mike, how much you want to bet? Brazil, Argentina, record right now. Put it on record right now. Brazil, Argentina is not going to happen. Now, I don't know what happens. The Argentina message, Brazil happens. So Brazil, Argentina is not happening. I guarantee you, Mike. Go for it. Please go.
Okay. I think Croatia can say what's up in this matchup. Even though they haven't played the best and we haven't seen like 2018 Croatia, you know what you do? You never count out this team. If they're 1-0 down, they'll keep fighting. Now, what I want to see from Brazil is, if you go 1-0 down, what's going to be your mentality? Because we haven't seen this under Tite. I think they've only lost 3 games. Obviously to Belgium, obviously to Argentina, and then, what was the third one? Cameroon. So I'm not like worried, but definitely like Brazil should be winning this game. Midfield, you could say Croatia have better. Defensively, Brazil are better. The attack, I mean, the quality is just so vast. You got Perisic and then you have Budimir, Petkovic and Livaya. Like, these guys can't compare to Vinicius, Neymar, Richarlison, who has more World Cup goals than Ronaldinho, by the way. So I think Brazil should be winning this game.
Okay, no, see, Mike, we don't really need that kind of
I
don't know what
that information.
We're here to protect Dino. Protect Dino at all costs.
Of course, protect Dino, but I'm just telling facts because that is true with the Richarlison. So I think Croatia can say what's up, but they're going to need a massive game from Modric. I think that's the key thing here. If Modric and Kovacic can have a big game in the midfield, I think Croatia can say what's up.
Now, Paul, I don't know where your mind is at, because a lot of people, because I got a few DMs saying that, is Paul okay and has he seen a psychiatrist yet? People thought that you were going to...
Luis Enrique is gone.
People thought you were going to... No. Well, there's that Luis Enrique, but then there's... But Paul was going crazy. He was about to jump out of the whole commission. I feared for my life.
Well, Paul got Endrick as well.
Yeah, no. But Paul, here's the thing.
Yeah, sure. I thought he was going to Chelsea. That's what you said. What happened?
No, relax. We're stuck with Harry P. Paul, is there any chance Croatia can cause an upset here? Or does Brazil's attacking firepower prove too much? But keep in mind that this Croatia side, they're defensively very good. They're World Cup finalists. Is there a chance? Talk to me.
I mean, first of all, I want to say that because my nation got eliminated, the one I'm not like I'm gonna full support them, but I would like Brazil to win the World Cup, just basically for the Vinicius, for Rodrigo, and these guys, and also for the actual good of football. Yeah. Now, having said that, I will say, to be honest, the only way I see Brazil losing games is if they feel so superior that they slip. Kind of like France. It's like the only way I see them just losing a knockout stage, to be honest. Because I don't feel like, okay, imagine Modric and Kovacic have a great game, okay? Have an incredible game. They're not going to score goals. Or they're not probably, if they score goals, maybe one between the two, maybe Modric out of the, but you need that Mandzukic, which you don't have. Maybe Perisic. But the problem is, this is on Brazil's hands. That's my take. If they don't sleep, if they don't think of whatever shit, they will win it. If they start thinking that they're the best, that they can sleep, that which dance are we gonna do? They can dance. I love that they dance. I'm not against it. But if they start thinking about things that are not football, they will lose because the World Cup doesn't give you chances. So,
Cardo, talk to me, man. Croatia. Everyone's saying that if Brazil focus, they should smack them, pimp them, and lice and dice them.
Well, I think that's going to be the expectation, right? Because, I mean, it's kind of what Mike said. The attack that Croatia have, let's be honest, is not the most potent one. And as we've seen, they haven't been the most potent team either. But they do have experience. They do have grit. They have everything you can want in a mentality in a team in that particular situation. Personally, I think Brazil should get this comfortably done. It'll be a competitive game, but they should get it comfortably done. Like, I can easily see them winning 3-0, but not like all rapid fire goals. Like, they'll put the first one, and that's when the game's is gonna open up, and then they're gonna capitalize 2 more times. If Croatia wins this game, this is a massive upset in my opinion. Massive upset. I wouldn't put it far away that they could win this. I would say this is like an 80-20 in my opinion. 80-20 for Brazil. And if Croatia win this, I would say they could do it in penalties, in my opinion. In penalties, I would favor Croatia.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think basically penalties. It's a lottery. It's a lottery, and they can easily win.
It's a lottery, but it's more so because I'm looking at it like kind of like the Spain-Morocco situation, where like Spain knew like fuck, like we're not supposed to be in this situation.
Yeah.
And I can see that Brazil, if they get 2 penalties, they're gonna feel the same way. Now, I mean, they have Alisson. Alisson's really good at net, so that gives them some hope. But for the penalty takers, I mean, there's some experienced players on Brazil as well. But I think that's where Croatia knows, like, hey, look, we're playing with house money at this point. If we go to pens, so if we win, we win. If we lose, well, we were expected to go out anyways. And so all the pressure will be on Brazil. So I think Brazil should win, though.
Elias, talk to me, man.
I actually agree with a lot of the things Ricardo said.
Elias, let's cut the crap. You want Croatia to go through. So I think if they don't go through, they can beat Croatia. So you don't fool me, man. Don't fool me.
No, actually, I'm okay with either team going through. But I think Brazil are massive favorites going into this tie. The way they've been playing, the football that they've been playing, it's just been spectacular to watch. But it's going to be a very competitive game. Croatia have shown in the recent games, in the recent years, that they're no slouch. They have experience at this level. They're a very competitive team, and it's not going to be easy for Brazil. But I do think Brazil, as soon as they score the first goal, I think the floodgates are going to open. It's just going to see who scores that first goal. But Brazil are huge favorites going into this game.
Oz, talk to me.
Yeah. Look, I wish I could have the same hope as you guys with Croatia, but any team that has Lovren in defense, I don't trust.
Hold up. Lovren has been fine. He's been okay. He's been okay so far.
He's 33, HH. Let's be honest. He's 33.
Wait, hold on. Don't be ageist. Now, I don't want to rule. Well, I'm 19 going on to 20, but still, for the 30-year-old, show some respect, man. The heck?
I mean,
30 is the new 2022.
Nobody rated him when he was in his prime. So I'm just saying, at 33, are we really going to rate him now? Is that what we're doing now?
He made a World Cup final.
Hey man, Modric reached his peak very old.
Yeah.
Never say never, man.
Yeah, no. Oz 35 is the new peak. 33 to 45 is the new peak, man. So no, come
But
on. Name me a quality 28 to 29-year-old. What the hell did that Bombers De Bruyne do in the last 3 or 4 years? Nothing. Man. So what?
we're not gonna compare Lovren to Bruin, okay? That's not what we're gonna do.
Oh, you mean the guy who still needs a daddy?
Okay.
Oh, so going back to daddy. It's fine. Daddy's waiting for him back in Manchester. Daddy, tell me what to do, daddy.
Didn't that fat ass Hazard retire the other day?
Ricardo, can you wait? Hold up. Next thing I'm gonna book here. Any words about? Remember, he's retired. How does he retire? So I don't. Any Hazard slander gets a straight yellow book.
Fine.
Any Eden Hazard slander, because this is a sad day in football. This is a
What's his
sad day in
pension?
football.
What's his
Any
pension?
Eden Hazard slander gets a straight yellow, possibly a red card.
I
Oh,
have
continue your
one
point.
more question. What does
Can you
that have-
shut up? Can you shut up, man? Oh, let's continue.
But look, Croatia have not faced a lethal opponent like Brazil. Like Brazil,
Why you don't believe in
they-
Rich? Why are you a Rich hater? Why?
what are you doing here?
Why not? I was sure. Why? What? Modric can't lead these guys through. Oh,
It
because he's
takes
37.
more-
Oh, okay. You don't respect your elders. Okay, sorry. I got it. All right.
I'm not.
Oz? Ardias, can you please take over? I think he's stuck in the Matrix. Ardias, go. He's stuck in the Matrix. He's stuck in the Matrix. Ardias, you're mute.
Ardias,
Ardias, no, we
you're
can't
muted.
hear what the hell is.
Oz is back. He's moving. He's back. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, Oz.
Look, all I'm saying.
Ardias, please take over. Ardias, just take over. Please
Okay.
take over.
Fake freezing. He's fake freezing.
Oh, just wait. Croatia, Brazil, talk to me.
Okay, yeah, no, it's good. First of all, shout out to
Shouts
Brazil.
out.
Yeah, shout
Brazil
out
for
to
what?
Brazil. You know,
For what?
So like, we'll see. Well, no. Well, for
They
example,
haven't
for the
done
fact that
anything.
Richarlison
Brazil haven't
has
done
the
anything.
same-
Nene hasn't done anything. There's no shouts out. There's no shouts out. It's final minimum. It's final minimum.
Let me finish. I'm saying shout out to the fact that Richarlison has the same amount of World Cup
Oh
goals
my
Ian
God.
Hazard in his entire career. No, it's
What
true,
did Richarlison?
it's true. Like, that's
Has
another interesting fact, Mike, by the way,
Richarlison
you know,
balled in
so
a World Cup
it's-
semi? Has Richarlison balled in a World Cup semi? Yes or no?
He's going to.
Ah,
He's going
and
to.
that's where I'm going to
Did
clip
you
you
see
and
Richarlison's
Croatia
goal?
knock them out.
Did you see Richarlison? Did you see Richarlison's goal in the groups? As Hazard scored a goal like that in the World Cup. That
Against
bicycle,
who?
he done that.
His
So-
ass implants would have exploded.
So so we're rating South Korea and what? Serbia? Give me a break. Look, do Croatia cause an upset? Yes or no? So we can get on to Messi. Do they cause an upset? Yes or no?
What do you do against Wales? Okay, what do you do against Wales? But it is what it is. But anyway, no, Brazil have got this in the bag. No, I mean, I think the big thing with Croatia is just like I just don't see. Aside from the Canada situation, if you ignore the Canada game, they have not scored a goal. Who have they scored against? They didn't score against
He scored
Belgium.
against Japan. Perisic.
Yeah, they scored against Japan.
Oh, sorry,
Perisic
yes.
header.
So it's one goal. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Okay. So one going to one go out. One go out of the if you ignore like Canada basically. So Brazil's defense, like I think, is actually criminally underrated. I know we're talking about
It's
Neymar.
very
I know we're
good. Yeah.
talking about Vinicius, etc. But I don't think people are really sitting on how good the Brazilian defense. I mean, Alisson has barely had anything to do, and I know some of that is just from the attacking players going forward and whatnot. So, but like Alisson is a solid keeper. Like Thiago Silva, Marquinhos, Casemiro. Like, I just, even if Croatia come into the game, I still think they have difficulty like getting through what is quite a solid Brazilian defense. And then of course they've got, and then even the depth. Like Michael obviously was saying, like, what happens if Brazil go down? But what do Croatia have on their bench to actually change the game? I don't think they have anything. Whereas obviously Brazil have like one of the stacked squads in the game, and something that obviously as we go deeper
This
into
is
the
football.
tournament, I
Anything
generally
can
think this
happen.
whole five.
Believe in unbelievable.
But what I would say is that, but what I would say is that I think as we go deeper, this whole five substitution thing is going to be really, really key. Because if you now can get referred to your bench, especially with the 10 minutes of additional time or whatever it is they're going to play, and you can now bring on a Vinicius, a Rodrigo, or whoever else can come on, whilst the Croatian players are like a ragged, that's going to make a huge, huge difference going on to the tournament. So yeah, I think Brazil are favourites. Croatia was solid, but yeah, it's over.
Melanin FC. Santa Claus is real. He plays for Madrid AK. You see, here's the thing right now. It just shows you how sad people are. A guy has just retired from football and you're still throwing abuse at him. Guy's sick.
Only
Silence
3 goals in
FC.
this entire World Cup.
Silence. I know. Silence FC. I know. What he was the best player at the World Cup. I know. Luis Enrique got handed the Barca job with Emerson due to his playing career and couldn't handle the pressure. Ran away clown. And HH is a better Twitch streamer. Pain. So, Paul, I think these are shots taken as Luis Enrique. So, Paul, do you find this insulting? Do you want to point Silence? Silence FC is an idiot, by the way. I think he's got mental issues. I think his parents left him on the doorstep, Paul. Go for it.
I get he wants to touch it. But no, but like the only thing I'll say is just that basically, he faced pressure. I mean, he ran away just after winning a treble. It's hard. It's hard. The pressure is real after your first season. You win a treble. No, just saying that. I mean, people, what? Apart from Luis Enrique thing, and this is something that is always happening on football. It's like you see PSG and you see all the superstars, and they don't win like major trophies, and you're like, oh my God, it's the coach's fault. And when that same team with superstars wins something, is oh my God MSN, oh my God Cristiano, oh my God Messi, and the coach is irrelevant.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand this.
It's called Twitter losers, hypocrites who don't know about football. So, guys, let's just get real. Okay, Elias, is your mic working, Elias?
Yes, it is.
Elias, this is Elias. We're not. Elias, this is where it gets real. See, Elias, we've been joking, ha. It has been fun and games. We see, we've been in nursery school all this time. Elias, now we're in university. See, now Elias, we're now going for a doctorate. This is no longer like SATs, PSATs. We're not going for a doctorate. We're going for that PhD. Because, Elias, I want to rewind you to 2014. Semi-finals. Louis van Gaal hasn't forgotten that game. And revenge is on his mind. And this is a very different Netherlands side. Because this is a side who are defensive. They want to come out. But unlike Australia, unlike Poland, they have guys who know how to pull that ball in the back of their nets. And they have been very effective. Not being entertaining, not being dynamic, not giving out space, but they know how to execute. Elias, are you worried? Are you worried of the potential threats that Netherlands pose? Specifically, a very different Netherlands side. Or will Lionel Messi, the apparent GOAT, as the streets say, will he rise and say what's up? And Elias, last thing again, last before you go. Yes, if you think for 1 second Ronaldo isn't going to get his knockout goal before the World ends, Elias, you have another thing coming. So Elias, get that disgusting thought out of your mind. My GOAT is getting his World Cup knockout goal as well. So don't think about it. Talk to me, man.
Oh, okay. Yes. Netherlands. This Netherlands team is completely different than the one we played in 2014. Yes, it maybe doesn't have as many world-class names as it had before, but it's still a very, very good Netherlands team. Now, am I afraid? No, because when you reach into this stage of the competition, you have to be confident in your team and the ability that your team can get the job done. I am confident. I don't think it's going to be an easy game. I think it's going to be a very long game. I wouldn't be surprised if it's
penalties.
Penalties, I don't know.
Elias, no.
I don't know.
No. Elias, don't do that. Elias, here's me. In life, you have to suffer. Paul suffered.
No.
Paul suffered and Sarabia, Busquets screwed him over. No, Elias, you think it's going to be easy? Don't use that. Elias,
no.
Learn from me. If you say, penalty's not going to happen, it's going to happen. And Elias, once penalties happen, bro, Elias, I don't want to be you. It is. Teams I don't even support. I'm nervous.
Yeah, bro,
I don't support.
I'm nervous in watching penalties. Like even though like my team isn't playing. Yes. This is the thing. You have to prepare for the game, thinking that penalties are going to happen. But you always expect like a worst case scenarios. Yes, penalties can happen, but get the job done in 90 minutes. Get the job done. That's the main focus on the game. Key players to watch out. It's going to be Di Maria to see if he starts or not. He's had a little niggle so far. There are some doubts, but he should be good to go. Rodrigo de Paul, another player who's who's had some injury concerns, but it looks like he's going to be all right. Another question. It looks like Scaloni is going to try maybe a 3 at the back, play with Lisandro with Otamendi and Romero to counter the Netherlands. That's one option.
Wait, hold up. Will it be advised? Is it advisable to change formation during a World Cup?
Well, see, he's had played with this formation before. Just he's never started with it. That's the difference. But when you have, see, here's the thing: if the options up front, if for example, if Di Maria isn't starting, it's better to put in Lisandro because the quality drop from Di Maria to like another attacker is big, versus like for example the quality drop and maybe adding another center back because Lisandro is in a fantastic moment right now.
He has to play. Lisandro has to play.
He's going to be very key because what Scaloni does is in moments where the game is very tight and for example we're leading, he likes to basically reinforce the defense. You saw in the game against Poland, he brought in Paredes. He basically made a 4-4-2. In the game against Australia, he brought in Lisandro, made it a 3 at the back. Even against Mexico, he did the same thing. In each of these games, we've ended with that extra defender or midfielder. And it's going to be an interesting tactical battle. I don't think it's going to be easy at all.
Does anyone here believe? Let me just put it out there. Does anyone here believe that the Netherlands can get a Dubinsky?
Yes.
Because my thing is,
they can.
Mike, you say that the Netherlands can throw Messi because Mike, you say this, but Mike, you realize that if he says you're going to send several Messi fanboys into daycare, mental daycare.
I understand. By the way, I'm not wearing this because I'm a Ronaldo fanboy. This is just the sickest jersey that Portugal have ever produced.
And this is quality.
I think the problem with this matchup for Argentina, this is going to be a very slow-paced game, guys. If you want like,
hold on, it'll be very tactical.
This is going to be tactical. Yes, tactical battle. So I'm just worried for Scaloni in a way where if you're going to go 5 in the back, and he played that against Australia, which it worked. You saw Messi and Julian Alvarez start playing a little bit better once that. I don't know what Papu Gomez is doing on the field, by the way. The guys should not be anywhere near the pitch. Same with Lautaro. The guys, they're just cold, and they're not good enough for this Argentinian team. I think the Netherlands can win this because it's going to play into their favor. They'll say, all right, Argentina, you have possession. Break us down. We have more clinical and much more attacking options than what Australia, Denmark, Tunisia have produced. So we can win this game. And I honestly think that the Netherlands, right, they're not the most flashiest team. This is not the old Dutch team, but they got players in the right position. They got Virgil van Dijk. They got Frankie de Jong who can control the midfield. Gakpo, Depay. I'm just worried with the fullbacks. Dumfries had one good game. Is he going to have a second one, please? Is this really going to be Dumfries' magical tournament where he shows up? I'm not too sure, but yeah, look, I think the Netherlands can win this matchup, especially if they go 1-0 up. I don't see any way how Argentina can come back into the match. I just don't think they haven't been playing that well. Yes, they've won the matches, but has anybody been impressed by Argentina? No, really, because without Messi, they would struggle against Australia. They didn't produce anything.
They've just been getting it done. And I think, why this is interesting is that pairing of Ake and Van Dijk has been very solid.
And Timber.
They've shown that defensive unit has been very good. So, and this is the key thing. This is what has happened. I think this you must know. Messi is vital for Argentina. If Messi continues to do something truly exceptional, that is going to be the difference of them winning this thing or getting knocked out early, man. Oswald.
Well, I'm not letting that name slide. By the way, I don't know what you.
Oz. The long name of Oz is Oswald. Oswald Cobblepot, Penguin from Batman. Oswald Cobblepot.
Okay. Anyway,
where's Batman, by the way?
Where's Batman?
No, but
actually, do you know his way? The penguin is the only bird that can't fly.
Ostrich.
What?
Ostriches can fly. Well, they can glide.
Huh? They can't. They're too heavy.
I swear, ostriches can. Okay, they can, but they can get a bit off the ground.
We're not talking about ostriches.
Are we getting technical?
Yeah, no. Penguins literally, they don't deserve to be called birds. They literally can't even get up off the freaking ground. For me, why do you have why do you even have like wings? I'm sorry, a penguin is a penguin. You can't call them a bird. If you're a bird, you have to be able to fly. You can't be called a bird. Okay, sorry. Go, just go.
But I don't know what's going on. But no, look, this is gonna be a walk in the park for Argentina. I already said it once, I'm gonna say it again.
Whoa.
Look. Yes,
Whoa.
Daley Blind and Dumfries dunked on the US. I understand that. Then again, the US aren't that great, so we'll
Elias, be very careful. So Oz feels away that America goes beats, but the Netherlands, so he's taking out his hate on the Netherlands right now. So be very careful in this analysis.
But no, if Sergino Dest is putting you on the ropes, I can't trust you. Daley Blind got put on the ropes by Sergino Dest. You think Messi can't do that? Are we being serious right now? Because Messi is playing on the right wing, right? If I'm correct.
No, he has a free role.
Yeah, he has a free role. He likes to start on the right wing, but he likes his dropping into like the center of the pitch.
Yeah. So
and you put Messi versus Daley Blind, that's not gonna fly. Look, Daley Blind is a great wing back. He's not a great defender. I don't think Ake is going to be able to help him out on this one because this is Messi we're talking about. And also we have to think. The last time Netherlands got tested was Ecuador, guys. Are we saying Ecuador is not as good as Argentina?
But strong. They did draw that game, but this is a quarterfinal. In a quarterfinal, it's a whole different ball game. Like
I understand that.
A quarterfinal into a World Cup. See, the World Cup. This is where the World Cup really, really starts. Is a quarterfinal, so you cannot underestimate Netherlands. It's a walkover. Get out of here, bro.
There's a reason why I'm very interested about this game because I was told LVG had a plan for Messi, so I want to see what this plan is for Messi. So,
are you going to bet against LVG? Are you going to bet against the LVG?
Yes, I will actually. He played.
Wow.
He managed my club, so yes, I will definitely.
So basically, this is a hate. Paul, talk to me. Paul, give us an objective take that isn't filled with hate.
Basically, look, I don't think Scaloni wants to get into a tactical fight with Van Gaal. Not undermining the ability of Scaloni, but he's younger. Van Gaal is much more experienced. He's known for his tactical, probably genius. And let's be honest, Netherlands started very bad this tournament, and they are growing. I see them like each game playing better. The problem for Argentina is Netherlands are gonna give them the ball. Can Argentina actually produce a good game with the ball? Because the moment Netherlands get the ball in a counter attack or something, is Argentina ready to stop that? That's my. Let's see if Argentina can actually defend that because you'll be taking the best weapon from Netherlands. Now about Dumfries, I mean, let's be honest. Like we have already talked a lot of times that players change when they go to the national team. He can perfectly play very good in this national team and then go back and still be shit or whatever. I don't know. And it's just that, to be honest, personally, I think I'm not biased. You know, I don't want Argentina to win the World Cup. My only reason for them to win is this guy here. So,
wow.
I mean, I think Netherlands can actually. I think Netherlands has this.
No,
Wow. So Paul, you're going. Paul, they're not friends here. You're going for Netherlands, basically.
I see better tactics from Netherlands, and I see a better game plan for Netherlands, giving them the ball to Argentina. Has Argentina actually been great with the ball? We have to see that. And Messi's the key player, but the defenders are not going to worry about Messi because Messi's going to be. He's not going to arrive as a front liner, right? He's going to arrive more behind.
He's
kind
deep.
Of the goal
He's much deeper.
Exactly. So he's going to end like in a secondary shot, in a rebound, something like that. You know, as the ball coming to a second line, and that's where. Basically,
and I think it's true because I think what worries me about Argentina now, you can raise your game. And your game can be raised. So, and we can't predict the future, but just that you look at Australia, they found it hard to break them down. Yeah. And how many times did Argentina completely just open up Australia? You know, so if Australia can sort of hold Argentina and make it hard for them to really sort of pull them out, what do you expect the Netherlands can do with Van Dijk and Ake, who've already been very, very good this tournament so far. So I think the danger for Argentina is, as you said, Netherlands, they're going to give you the ball. And we've got 90 minutes, an hour and a half. They're going to be counters. Will you be able to stop this? Because what Netherlands have done is they've been very effective. It's not pretty and so forth, but when they've had their chance, they've been able to execute.
Yeah, just to add that here the wild card is Messi. If he shows up, the Netherlands are going down. If he doesn't, I don't think Argentina have it to win. So it's a lucky guess. It's if Messi has the day.
Yeah, but the game against Australia, the player that was I was seeing like the lack of creativity is that instead of Di Maria playing, it was Papu Gomez. So Papu Gomez was left, and this is like a perfect game for Di Maria, who can just basically.
So Di Maria is definitely fit.
No, he's gonna play this game. It's just we don't know if he's gonna be starting or coming from on the bench. So
Wouldn't it be funny? Wouldn't it be funny if Di Maria knocked out Netherlands?
Why would that be funny?
Because the
LVG.
that would be hilarious.
Wait,
There's some
us,
beef between
we
them.
don't care about Man United's agenda. This is the World Cup, bro. The heck, get your United tail out of here. Cardo, talk to me, man. Netherlands, Oranje, yay.
Oh, wow. I think this is a genuinely like a 50-50 tie.
What?
It's a
Hold
50-50. It is.
Ricardo,
it is.
hold up. Elias is here, and so he can punch you because his was right next to you.
No, he wouldn't punch
Ricardo, I completely agree with you.
yeah,
It's
he
50-50.
But let me explain myself.
With Messi, the potential
Messi.
goals.
Okay,
Messi.
listen.
It's
Hater.
matchup.
The only reason why I give it a 50-50 is because I look at who the managers are. We have Louis van Gaal. He's a far more experienced, tactically versed manager than obviously Lionel Scaloni. Scaloni is he's only a manager. Like he knows how to manage his men. As a tactician, I don't rate him that much. And the reason why it balances out for me is because Netherlands has a better manager, but Argentina have the best player. So we're gonna see who makes the most difference. And I see everybody now. I don't know if it's because they want to see Messi lose and Argentina lose, but they're almost coming off across like, oh, Netherlands are by far the favorites. And I'm like, are we gonna ignore who Netherlands has faced as well and how they have performed? They were barely better than Ecuador. They were barely better than Senegal. I mean, Qatar, they had nothing to play for. Like it was a free gift to the first place. And then the United States, we overlook we
Were they bad
overlook.
teams actually?
Sorry,
Like, did they play that bad? Like I don't think they were that bad.
It's
of
not
team.
that they
Obviously,
played-
they're not
it's not that they play. It's not that they played bad. Is that this is actually the first team they're going to play that actually has potent and competent attackers, which is Messi, Di Maria, and Julian Alvarez. Forget Lautaro. Who did the United States have? I'll wait. Who did Senegal have? I'll wait. And who did Ecuador have?
And for example, if Christian Pulisic puts that chance away,
It's a whole different.
Wait, Ricardo, hold on. You can't say I'll wait. And you wait for like 1 second.
Well, because I
was having my almonds. I'll wait. Okay, give me 5 seconds to think of
but
something. The heck?
it doesn't matter.
I'll wait, bro. I'll wait. Get out of here.
No, it doesn't matter because you're not going to say anybody. Who are you going to say? Enter Valencia?
Pulisic. Eder Valencia, yes. I'll say them. Now what? Now what?
Okay.
I'm not with any team though. That's the thing.
I'm not going to even mention Qatar. No, but that's what I'm saying. The criticism of Argentina have been completely valid. But there has been, Netherlands, their defense hasn't been all that. Like, they have been very leaky in the back, as good as, Van Dijk has been. I mean, I can trust Van Dijk and Nathan Ake. They've been good, but they haven't been perfect. And it's the same thing with Argentina. Argentina, to me, they're not playing to their maximum potential. Based on what we've seen since they lost the semifinals of the 2019 Copa America till they lost to Saudi Arabia, they have not been any of that. The only player that has been any of that, in my opinion, has been Messi. And this team only goes as far as the team can support him. Because if we look at the game against Saudi Arabia, he wasn't good. He was Argentina's best player, but to what degree? Like, they just weren't good all around. They weren't good.
Yeah.
So if Argentina can't play well, Messi's not going to play well. Against who's the second game? Mexico, right? Argentina, again, they played horrendously. But what happened? Messi showed up with a goal out of nothing. And then they went on to win the game. Okay, cool. Against Poland, Messi missed a penalty, but Argentina actually played really well that game, and Messi played really well. Against Australia, until Messi scored, Argentina got a hold of the game, and they played well until they conceded that deflected goal. But Argentina played well, and Messi played well. So Messi's form in the game completely depends on how Argentina play as a whole. Because if they play as a whole really well, then Messi's going to play really well, and that's what you want. Again, because if there's anybody that's going to just figure out how to unlock any defense in the world, it's going to be Messi. So that's why I say this game is 50-50. Now, there's a lot of interesting questions to ask because Di Maria is most likely going to play, and we haven't seen Di Maria in the last game. Has Di Maria been exceptional this tournament? He hasn't. Has he been horrendous? I wouldn't say exactly. He's just been like it's been average performances, but you can count on him to just show up at any moment. You're muted, you brick.
Okay, as much as fuck you, man. So as much as people say, oh, like Messi's key, Di Maria is equally as key as
he's
well.
very key. I mean,
Di Maria is very important.
And look, we keep talking about Messi, Di Maria. I want to give credit to DePaul. He took a lot of criticism the first 2 games.
He ran
but he played badly. No. He had his best game in the last game, but he played badly in those games.
He was really good in the last 2 games. So
nah, you can't redeem DePaul based on those kind of. I get what you're saying. I just don't buy it. I think before DePaul, we should shout out maybe Julian Alvarez, for example.
No, but that's not my point. The point is Alvarez is gonna play with no pressure because he plays alongside Messi and Di Maria. So he's gonna have like a free statement. Like he could be the difference if he gets those chances Lautaro had the last game, bro. Alvarez is scoring those. But DePaul, he's been under a lot of scrutiny because he's supposed to be one of Argentina's best players, especially the fact that Lo Celso is not there. Enzo Fernandez has been a revelation, and so there's also no expectation on Enzo Fernandez and McAllister. So a lot of the concentration in Argentina is going to be on Rodrigo de Paul. And Rodrigo de Paul has been good the last 2 games. Will he be good again? We'll see. I think Otamendi has actually been fantastic for Argentina.
He's been amazing. He's been.
But this is the dilemma, though. Lisandro Martinez has to play because he's been the best performing defender. So my thing is that do you break up the Romero Otamendi partnership, or do you say pick one? Lisandro and Romero, or Lisandro and Otamendi?
But Romero wasn't even that bad the last game. Like we have to remember the game against Saudi Arabia, he was coming back from an injury. It was a mistake for Scaloni to pick him, and we saw it because I think both goals came from his side. And he was a part of both mistakes. Romero was coming back from injury. He shouldn't have. Lisandro Martinez should have.
And also, I think beyond that, and I think this is the main thing. I think Oz and Mike tell Berhalter this because he may not know this. Never change your defensive partnership.
HH, by the way, just quick thing on Berhalter. He's staying.
Nice. That's what I like to hear.
Wait. We want to record. Let me just hit this real quick. Let me just hit. Just it'll be real quick.
Yeah.
Continue.
I don't know if you start all 3, to be honest. Like Lisandro Martinez is such a weird situation because he deserves to play.
Exactly.
But switching the formation at this point is so hard. Like I've always been someone that said I would actually like to see Lisandro Martinez in a defensive mid position because he gives me a lot of things that I see in Mascherano. And Mascherano is excellent. And I see that in Lisandro Martinez. I don't know. Again, you probably shouldn't do it right now as well, just because you're switching a whole dynamic. But we're going to see what it is. I generally think it's 50-50. I think it's either going to be it's going to be 2 things, honestly. It's going to be either a very close game, one team wins 2-1, or we're going to see one team just completely just win the game straight up.
But unless the key, before I take these dubs, just think of panel. Are we getting Brazil Argentina semi-final? Yes or no?
I really hope so.
Okay, so Elias, so let me say this again. I know my name is Hope, but this is a yes or no question. I need an answer. So I need someone to take a DeLorean going to the future. Do I get my Brazil Argentina semi with a meal? With a meal? Yes or no?
No.
Look, if we don't,
what do you mean by look? Yes or no? I asked about look. Yes or no? Mike said no. Yes or no? Yes or no?
If we don't, it's going to be Netherlands that ruin it for us. That's what I'll say, because I don't think it's going to be that Brazil game. I think Brazil will easily walk over Croatia.
No, they won't easily walk over. Relax.
Watch we get a Netherlands versus Croatia.
I turn on my TV. I turn on my TV if that happens.
Mike, if that happens, I will sue the country of Qatar. Trust me, I will literally sue the country of Qatar.
I want the Netherlands Morocco final. I want it. I know
Mike, no, you don't. Mike, no, you don't. Mike, no, Mike. With all due disrespect, we wait 4 years for this stuff. We're not waiting 4 years for Netherlands against Morocco. Relax. No. Pick one. Netherlands or Morocco. Portugal final.
The same teams. You want Brazil, France to win. When are we
Mike, no. Mike, it's a compromise. I would love it for either Netherlands or Morocco to be in the final. That'd be great. No, both of them. The heck?
Yes, both of them. That would be the most epic final. We have a new winner. We're guaranteed a new winner.
Can we
I
have
would love it.
I want
have
big
an
teams. I
African
want
team
big
at
teams
least
in
in
there.
there?
But then
Okay,
you
so
have-
you guys
then
always
you
want
have
big
the
teams.
Good
How are
thing
we
I
going
can't
to
get
expect
with
all
Africa
around the
on
world?
this
Please tell
We
me.
want a final where we want a final where we see the best players play in that final. We don't want to see Morocco versus Netherlands where you have bricks on each side.
I don't want to see Argentina Portugal. If I'm being brutally honest.
Argentina Portugal will be the dumbest final.
oh,
It will be so dumb. We don't no. Basically, yes, yeah, and like 12-year-olds
No,
want to
you
see
know,
that
you-
final.
you know-
Argentina, France.
No, you know what it is. I prefer Argentina versus England, but when I think of Argentina versus Portugal, this is what I think of because Ronaldo's riding bench. Messi's like he's breaking his spine. It reminds me
Is
of
he
Mike.
though?
It reminds me of Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. Of that boxing fight. That it's like it's all.
Oh yeah.
It's done. Like
Bro, Tyson was destroyed him. Right, Jones feared for his life.
in the deep of our hearts, we know which the final would probably be. It will be Brazil-France. We know that's the final.
No. Paul, that's the point we want, but we know this. We want to get that. We're either getting Argentina, Portugal, or a weird ass final that I don't even know what we're going to get. We're getting a final that no one is expecting. Guys, I said this from the start. The winner of the World Cup is going to be someone that no one sees coming.
Morocco.
Croatia.
I'm telling you right now, the winner of this World Cup.
Don't run this trap,
it's-
guys. He's doing a reverse jinx.
I know,
France
we know,
is
Paul,
expected
we
to
know.
Go to the
We
final.
know.
and he
Paul,
can
Paul, it's
support
not that
Paul,
easy.
listen,
Sorry.
Paul, you've been here. Paul, because you've been here for a few months. You don't think you know me. You don't know me, Paul. You
well,
don't know me.
this is my thing. Like this is my thing. I have no problem with Portugal winning, but like, don't tell me if Portugal win, Ronaldo's gonna be on the bench, bro. Like that's like so anticlimactic. Like
No, wait, no.
Morocco.
England can't play Morocco in the final, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
They can't play. Let me get some debates and then we'll get real. Let's see. All right. Shout out to John Stewart. Oh, yeah, isn't that Green Lantern, man? Shout out to Green Lantern, man. Hazard has spoken on his fight to De Bruyne. Woo! He called me lazy. I remain silent. He called me fat. I still remain silent. But then he said that he'll eat my burger. That's when okay, let me tell you the annoying thing though. Because I saw like a preview of it and I about to say, oh, geez, this is like a news thing. Oh, I didn't know. And then John Stewart, first of all, you're a moron, and this is very disrespectful. And I find it sad and pathetic that people are taking shots at the guy who was just retired right now. So, John Stewart, if you're out there, I hate you. You're a loser, and remain in the basement. That's all I'm going to say to you, man. Wait, guys, have you heard of this horror movie called Megan? After this, and this is to the straight in the panel, I promise you, type in Megan trailer. It is one of the funniest, creepiest things you'll ever see. Trust me. Megan trailer. It is one of the, because it's like a new horror movie coming through. It is one of the funniest, weirdest, creepiest thing you'll see. Megan, trust me. Najim C. Malasia will play over Blind. No. They do a back three. What do you mean? No. It's a back three and Blind is a wing back with Dumfries. So no. It's a back three, bro. Silence FC. Zad, he was a father figure in Real Madrid. He set an example. Vini Jr. Rodrigo became great using Zad as motivation of what a flop looks like. # burger hot dog.
Damn.
Yeah, these guys, you guys are just sad, man. You guys are just sad, man. Idiots. MKs, what if Vini scores in the CL and World Cup final at 20? No, he won't.
does he surpass the prodigy?
No, he won't. It's not happening. But I'm saying it's not happening. I found the vision. It's not happening. Okay, guys, it gets real. Okay, guys. Okay, that's it. Okay, I know. Okay, that's it. It gets real. Okay, guys, that's it. That's it. Now look. Here's
Let's
the
save the best for last.
Portugal against Morocco.
No, but that's the best one.
No. England. Come on, England. Guys, here's okay. Simple question, and anybody can jump in and say what's up. If you're Santos, do you start Cristiano or do you start? Okay, all right. Okay. Wait. Hold up.
No, my goat needs to play, man.
Hold on. Okay.
Absolutely not.
So Mike is our unofficial news correspondent who doesn't get paid, but he gets paid in kindness. Okay, Mike. Now be very aware that kids do stay up at night, so be careful with the words that you choose here. Can you please tell us the breaking news of the hat-trick hero Gonzalo Ramos, please?
Oh my God!
So let's just say that Gonzalo Ramos got a little bit excited after scoring a hat trick on his World Cup debut as a starter and sent a certain video, I will not describe the video, to a lady. And the lady then exposed it and shared it on social media, So let's
He was-
see what
He was on his Mo Salah vibes.
Okay.
Oh,
Now, in defense of Gonzalo Ramos.
There's no way you're
Okay.
defending that,
Okay.
AJ.
No, wait. No. I'm 21. I was hyped. I was excited and I was hyped. So because I did it, that I come out and apologize. I can't play because I was hyped. Come on. I mean, come on, man.
To be fair, think about it. Before the game, his DMs were probably dry as shit. He scores a hat, he picks up his phone, his DMs are going crazy.
And I'm talking, and getting me, man, 21 years old, I'm talking the most beautiful, amazing woman. You're hyped, you're great. It is what it is. He's a kid. I made a mistake. So I should now suffer? Come on, give me a break. Nah, you can't do that to him. You can't do that to him. Let him live. Let the kids live.
Yep.
You know? What did Whitney Houston said? Teach our children, let them lead the way. There you go. So, greatest love of all. Now, guys. Okay, yeah, as I said again, what do you do? Do you start Ramos or do you start Cristiano?
My goal.
Now, here is my arguments for Cristiano, which is different. Forget about he got a 5.11 in the group stage. He was part of the worst 11 in the group stage, and he's only had one shot on targets and so forth. Yeah. Put that to one side. Put that to one side. The logic of bringing Ricardo, I'm just going to block you. Let me just block because I'm going to laugh. So the logic of putting in Cristiano is penalties, because you want to bring him on so that you can get penalties going. How's that logic? But that's my thought. Do you start Ronaldo or do you start Ramos?
Look, if there's a game that Fernando Santos can get away with Ronaldo starting, it's this game. Because I think as much as Morocco had a great game against Spain, you were not going to have the same game against Portugal. I don't think Portugal will not estimate this team.
But it's not underestimating. Portugal have more attacking weapons than Spain. And I think that Portugal have a lot more dangerous individual attacking guys that can do stuff. Because let's be real, Morocco, who they faced? So they faced what? Canada, Croatia, Belgium, and homeboys, and Spain. The only kind of strong attack is Belgium, but we already know what happens in Belgium. De Bruyne attacks. So this Portugal thing is going to be different. But so you're saying that you'd still start Cristiano?
I'm saying no. Look, we all know that Portugal are better when Ronaldo comes off the bench. Simple. But Fernando Santos...
Wait, Oz, hold up. Why are you calling him Bench Ronaldo? That's harsh. No, Oz, there's no need for that. Oz, no, stop it, Oz. That's not why. Just call him. Why are you calling him Bench Ronaldo? The heck? Sorry, continue.
If you want to start Ronaldo, you have to center your team around Ronaldo, or it won't work. That's what I've seen at United. That's what I've seen in Portugal. If you do not, Portugal can get away. Fernando Santos can get away with it in this game.
Are you calling him a liability? Are you calling Ronaldo a liability?
He isn't.
I'm saying that he needs help. He's not.
Stay with your chest. Stay with your chest, man. Come on.
Look, Ronaldo will always be an incredible finisher. I'm never going to take that away.
He's incredibly finished. That's it. Play.
Can't do it.
That's a foul. That's a foul. Okay. RDS, do you start Ronaldo or do you start thing? And also, RDS, remember, he's still not had a World Cup knockout goal, but I believe he will get his World Cup knockouts goal and so forth. Because I know how desperate you are to see Messi fail. Ronaldo wait, no. What do you mean? No. I know what you are. You hate Messi and you want Ronaldo to punk Messi. RDS, relax, chill, don't have a heart attack. Ronaldo will get his first World Cup knockouts goal in 5 attempts. I think Mbappe is on, so he scored 2 against Messi, one in the final. I think Mbappe is on 4 World Cup knockouts goals now in his second World Cup. Yeah. Scary hours. Oopsie.
Oh, sorry. So since we're talking about goals being better, I assume that means you think Richarlison's better than Hazard then, because he did it at the.
I was talking about Kylian Mbappe. RDS.
No.
Should you start? Do you start Ramos or do you start Cristiano Ronaldo? Yes or no? And don't use a guy.
That's just
doing stuff to a female as anything like that. So let's put that to one side.
What?
Ideas. Talk about
What?
Mbappe, Rashford.
What was that? What was that? Hey, chick, female, male? What's that? Sorry, clarify.
I'm saying that let the young be young. Okay, let the ducklings quack away and let them tread the water.
Mbappe has that confused. So
Oh yeah, I don't know. It was just exclamation. But
wait,
yeah.
hold on. Artist, is that the Atlantic Ocean behind you, or is that just the Pacific Ocean? What's that behind you? That painting, is it the Atlantic Ocean?
I don't know actually. Literally, it came with a house I bought. And it's just been very peaceful.
So there's a painting in your house and you don't know what the painting is of. Okay, that makes sense.
No, it came with a house.
So yeah, I know, I get it. So there's a painting you don't know where it's from. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
So Ramos, so Ramos or Ronaldo to start. Ronaldo to start.
can you bring up H7's comment, please?
If it's fat shaming, I won't. Can you continue the artist? Go for it.
It's not.
It's not. I saw it. It's pretty.
I didn't laugh by the way. So continue. Yeah, artist. So,
No.
so
No,
who do you start?
It's fine. No. So yeah. No. Of course, you can't bench you guys. Well, I say you can't. You can if you're like Pochettino did it, didn't he? Semis and benched. What's his name?
Lucas Moura.
What was the
Lucas
Tottenham
Moura.
winger?
No, I don't know. Pochettino is humanly challenged, so he doesn't count. So.
No, yeah. No, I'm just saying it happened, and obviously you saw what happened with Spurs in the finals. So it can happen. Will it happen? Probably not. So I think that Ramos has shown that he can play. The only thing I would say though is that it would be almost poetic that Ramos plays and then has a stinker. Basically,
And
Because
then
these
Ronaldo
types of
comes
things-
and scores the winning
Yeah,
goal.
exactly. These types of things happen. Like players, they do it, and you're thinking, "Oh, he's amazing. He comes."
Oh no! I think everyone knows that
And then
it's
he
a
comes-
different game. Morocco won't give them space. Ramos won't have
Exactly.
the same game.
And it's always one of those things that when you announce yourself as a player in that stage as he has, you've now put a target on your back where you're like,
Yes.
right, okay, I know you, so I'm now going to. So I think.
So we want to defend you a lot better, give you a lot more
Exactly,
attention than we did
yeah.
before.
So I think if fair enough if he scores another hat-trick against Morocco, cool, be great. But I would be very surprised if he gave the same display he did obviously against Switzerland against Morocco. So I think people need to be low key on that. So yeah, but my expectation would be that Ramos would start and then Ronaldo would probably come up there as another attacker, presumably to depending on the scores, score a goal or potentially have more mobility and potentially score a penalty.
Let me put this out here to you guys. Is anybody here seen as Morocco doing something miraculous? Because if they do it, it's the first African team in the semis. So Mike, do you see Morocco knocking out Portugal?
No, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I want to witness history on Saturday, but I think Morocco. Yes.
Okay. So what makes you say no when you look at how defensively good they've been? They've not considered a goal from an opposing player all tournaments so far. What makes this different?
Starting center back Aguero, he's out of the game. He tore his, I think, a hamstring.
Yeah, but is Amrabat fit though?
Amrabat, I think they believe he's fit, and so is Sai. So I mean, most of the guys should be okay, but I mean, they were on their last legs against Spain.
Yes.
I mean, they were physically.
True, 2 hours. True, that's a very good point. 2 hours.
After the 70th minute, they were physically done. I don't know how they were able to finish the game, but yeah, Aguero just confirmed he's not playing, so they're gonna need the Yech to have a masterful game because he didn't attacking wise. The Yech didn't play his greatest game, but defensively, I've never seen him clear that many balls with his head. He would never do that for West London Cowboys. One for Morocco,
Chelsea
it's
Football
time.
Club, the defending UCL champions.
Yes,
continue.
Aguero is going to be, I think, a massive miss. And
Didn't Real win the Champions League?
The legitimate
It's a
UCL
fair
champs.
point, yeah.
The legitimate
Very
UCL
fair.
champs
Yeah.
because we wanted to
Thank
get
you,
away
thank you,
goals.
thank you.
There we go. So,
Yes. So I want to say Morocco can do this, but this is going to be tough. Really, what Spain, they kept possession but no penetration. Pause. Portugal, they have the players who can hurt Morocco. They have attackers like the key passes like Bernardo, Bruno. Then of course they have Rafael Leao who can come off the bench. So Spain, they didn't attack. Portugal will. And that's the difference between these two teams. They have that killer instinct, I think, Portugal nowadays.
Paul.
I agree absolutely with what Mike said. To be honest, Portugal works good with the ball. Spain was didn't have that third man runs, didn't have midfielders weren't up to it. But Bruno Fernandes is in great shape. I don't know, like these attackers are so like connect so well between each other. I see Portugal winning this game. The problem is if Morocco actually defends very well, and then they start to sleep the game, let's say, slow the game, and then in one of those transitions, Portugal passing sideways, whatever, we don't find the space, Morocco starts, getting that ball. To be honest, Morocco, I see as a Japan team, I see as a Costa Rica team in the sense of, I'm not comparing them, I'm doing a parallel, in the sense of there are teams that if you scored an early goal, you're going to destroy.
I mean,
But
Paul, they haven't been down. They haven't been behind in this World Cup yet, Morocco.
No, that's the thing. So, but if you don't,
And they've been solid,
if they don't concede, if they don't concede, and they get to like 60 minutes or whatever, they're gonna go all out on you, and they're gonna destroy you. That's not destroy, but they're gonna win the game, and that's basically what Morocco, Japan, and all this team has been playing. Costa Rica didn't do it well. They didn't do it well against Spain. We scored a goal that happened, but then against the other teams, they actually didn't perform that bad, especially against Japan. So it's all about matchups, as you say. I think Portugal, they are going to be vertical, so I don't see Morocco winning.
So nobody is so no one here sees Morocco getting the dub yet.
Well,
So what
No,
are we with
it's going to be very
Portugal?
hard.
As a proud African, I can say we're gonna witness it.
So Elias, what are you saying? Is you're saying something else?
No, I think it's gonna be very hard for Morocco to get a win, but I don't see it impossible because this team has been very solid throughout the tournament. They've been putting in some very good performances, and something that we haven't mentioned is in the stadiums. It's majority like in the games that have been played. It's majority the fans who are there. It's Moroccan fans.
Yeah.
So they're gonna be playing as basically as like the home team, and that could be like a boost. It's gonna be interesting how Portugal handle a team that don't give them space, because in the game against Switzerland did give them a lot of space to attack. They did hit them on the counter, and with the quality that Portugal have, of course, the players that they have, they can punish you.
But let me ask this: so I mean, does Cristiano get his World Cup knockout goal?
If he scored, is he score? Okay, there we go. That answers that question. I was gonna say if he scores a penalty, doesn't count.
No, hell no. So does he score does he score a knockout goal? Actually, let me ask Ardis, who's like, I think Ardis, you bought like Ronaldo's like underwear line, like you bought like five parts or stuff. No. Yes. Wait, what do you say? No. Yes. See. Da. We. So no. Ardis, I didn't see here how about his underwear pen, everything. I have my manscaped underwear, so it's fine. So my thing is this. So Ardis, hold on. Ardis, walk me.
I'm with you. Just has
okay, so does he score his first knockout open play goal against?
How will if he's on the bench?
So Ardis, what happens is there's a guy who puts up the board and there's like a number, and once the number shows, you go up, you shake hands, and then you go onto the pitch. Okay. And Ardis, we call it a substitute. It's called subs.
I know.
And Ardis, there are five of them. Five of them. Cinco de Mayo.
I just find it weird how you go on a guy you go on a guy who's 37 years old and you beg him to score like a knockout goal. And
that's just one.
No. I'm just saying.
No, but this is his fifth. It's his fifth.
No.
Ardis, no. Wait, hold on. Wait. So Ardis, there is no chance Cristiano leaves Qatar without scoring a World Cup knockout score from open play. That's not happening. No.
Okay, fine. Okay. No. But the thing is, though, is that I just don't get how like you're so desperate for Ronaldo to do it but you didn't have that same passion for Zaha to do it before his retirement. That's what I don't understand.
Because he won best player at the freaking World Cup. What more do you want?
He never won that.
6 years younger, and you were like, I like, you know what? It is what it is. It's fine. He's 31 years old.
Ardis, I'm going to ask you this question again. Will Cristiano, Di Maria, Alvaro, Carlos, Ronaldo
assist? Come on, where was the assist at least?
Ardis, I'm going to ask this again. Will Cristiano Ronaldo score a World Cup knockout score from open play against Morocco? Yes or no?
I answered the question. Said I don't know how he does it. If he's just a bench player. If he's a bench player, I don't think he's going to be able to have.
Okay, you know what? I'll ask myself. Half hope. Do you think Cristiano Ronaldo will score a goal from open play? Well, half hope. I believe he will, because I believe he'll
everyone
come off
knows
the
that
bench
you're
and he'll
jinxing the
score.
guy. We appreciate that, but it's just that it hasn't worked so far. At least with Qatar and.
I think
Belgium.
I'm going to start asking myself these questions when you guys can give
Will
me a straight
Mbappe
answer.
miss a
So
penalty against England? Is
Book it.
that
Book
one of the
it.
questions
Book
as well?
it.
Or
You can book it.
is that
Wait,
not part of
HH, are we going to talk
wait,
about?
you want to World Cup at 19? Jeez, that's
Oh,
young, isn't it?
God.
That's quite young.
HH, are we going to talk about Zard's
21?
retirement?
Was it?
Carried.
Are we going to talk about Zard's retirement and how?
We should actually.
We should
Talk about
Let
it.
me
Can I speak on
take
this
some
Portugal?
notes.
Why
I
not?
blame Paul. I blame your
Can I speak
club.
on?
No,
can I
yeah,
speak
yeah,
on
are we
Paul,
Portugal?
I blame
talking
your
about
club.
No, don't blame me. Don't blame
Paul,
me.
no.
We
wait.
actually gave it many
no,
times.
no, Paul. It's a free country. I can blame whoever the heck I want. So when we get to Hazard, I'm going to blame your club for
Okay,
messing up
and
my
I can
guy.
tell you
Who
to
told
not
you to
blame
take him? He was fine at
cannot-
Chelsea.
you cannot-
What did he take
don't
him? What did he take him? He was fine at Chelsea. He was the best player in the world at Chelsea. He goes to
Because
Real
he was
Madrid
made,
and you
because
scream
Nah.
up.
when he was fit, he was incredible. He was an incredible player. He was a crazy player. That's the truth. Then he came, he received the injury, and on top of that, he didn't take care of himself.
Yeah.
It's true.
Well, I have a theory that
wait.
you
No,
did
wait.
something.
He also
to have a
he also
theory.
got a he
Wait,
also got a McDonald's
wait.
sponsorship in
And
Belgium.
then he takes, and then,
Wait, actually, hold on. Let
and
me
then,
that's a yellow for you, Ricardo. It's a yellow for Ricardo. Paul, continue.
and then we even let him, fucking take minutes from Rodrigo. So we even do that. So I don't know what, and it doesn't prove anything.
Blame
Paul,
We put in a Champions League
I'm
game.
having an investigative team to investigate the
borderline
food that was
fact
fed to him and
bad.
the food he was eating. I think because no, Paul, wait, Paul. Paul. I am hiring my investigative team to investigate what you did to Hazard and so forth. And when we complete our findings, I'll present them as evidence. So as of right now, I blame you and your club for messing up. And that's what do you mean? No, that's where it is. That's what, Paul, you will not change my mind. You will not change my mind. As of right now, I blame Real Madrid and you. So, thank shout to your boy Ramesh Suresh. Thank you for the Dubinsky. Is it coming home? You mean to Brazil? Okay. I know we'll have to get to England and so forth. Why is Arde, since you're the most English person here, why is England seen as a home of football? Can you explain? Ardius, you're muted. Thank God you're muted because I'm afraid this want to know what you wanted to say.
I think the point is that it's the whole "It's Coming Home" thing comes from the song, the '90s song. Remember? That's where the whole "It's Coming Home" thing came from. It's coming home. It's coming.
Yeah.
That's where it comes from.
Okay, thank you. Just 3, thank you for the Dubinsky, man. Netherlands have been better this tournament. LVG formation will cause problems. Argentina's bombers tactics passing to a 35-year-old and hope. Easy to nullify with 5 at the back. Elias, I think he's taking shots at Argentina. Do you want to respond to this guy who seems to be hating your country of birth?
Is Alvarez 35 years old? But anyway, okay.
I mean, when you look at Argentina, they haven't been playing great, but we haven't, our defense hasn't been tested. Against Saudi Arabia, it was 2 shots from Saudi Arabia, and both of them scored. One of them was like a screamer that he never scores ever in his life.
He missed the penalty the next game.
Exactly. He missed the penalty in the next game. Mexico?
Oh, yeah, he did.
Nothing. Poland? Nothing. Australia? It was the last 10, 15 minutes. And that was when they were losing. And on top of that, the deflection. So, yes, Argentina haven't been brilliant, but at the same time, our defense has been good. Just the goals that we conceded, we've been unlucky.
Yeah, but Elias, you can't lie. After Australia scored, they had 2 great chances to
No,
equalize in the game.
Of course.
That wasn't the one. I mean, Martinez came up big. Martinez came up big.
No,
Of
I'm
course.
talking about the run that the left back made.
Yeah.
Lisandro.
And also, who looked a bit foolish? Otamendi. You see Otamendi's thing that challenge, and who made the key block? Lisandro Martinez, man.
Yeah.
Just
No,
saying.
I know.
That guy turned into 2012 Messi, bro. That was insane.
Just bring it. Morocco looks exhausted and they got injuries too. No, look, see, Portugal are winning. Portugal are in the semis.
Can I speak on this? I didn't get my piece.
Okay, very, very briefly.
All right.
2 minutes. Or less.
See, look, there's no way Ronaldo is not gonna score. I get that Ramos should start because obviously he just scored a hat trick, but you're not gonna tell me Ronaldo is not gonna he's gonna play. Well, whether he starts or not, I don't know. I probably doubt he will start, but this is probably the team that is gonna give him his best chance to get that knockout goal. Because the next opponent, which I expect Portugal to win, is going to either be France or England, which are solid, in my opinion. It's going to be uncomfortable for Portugal. And then the final, in my opinion, is going to be Brazil. That's going to be even harder because they're good defensively. They have a good midfield and they're good going forward. So for Portugal, like for Ronaldo, man, like he's got to score. Like even if he plays, like if he gets garbage time minutes, like if say he gets additional time minutes, he's got to score. He's got, even if it's a penalty. I do not want to see Portugal win this World Cup and Ronaldo's only contribution to this is a penalty. That Fugazi penalty against, was it Ghana?
Bro, like come on.
Okay, let's get real. Ricardo, that's not happening.
That's what I'm saying. It's
so
not. He's gonna score.
He's
He's probably gonna score a header because Morocco's gonna be defending for their life.
Yeah,
he's probably gonna score a header. Who knows if it touches him this time? But they'll give it to him. Hey, look, Portugal, the way they played that game, I think it was two things. I think Switzerland were poor, and I think Portugal were brilliant. And I mean, you got to give some credit to Fernando Santos too. Yeah. There was two things. One, they Switzerland probably thought Ronaldo was going to play. That's the first thing. Then they did a little switcheroo. They put Ramos. Brilliant. The second thing is that their midfield, they played a far more attacking midfield. I think they, instead of playing a double pivot, they played with a single pivot.
Yeah, I think Cavalli was the only single pivot there.
And look, Bruno Fernandes has just been brilliant this tournament. I'll actually say, hey, even if they go to the final and lose, Bruno Fernandes should win Player of the Tournament. And that's crazy to say. João Felix has been monstrous. Who else? Bernardo Silva actually has been pretty good too. And like Portugal have been playing really bad. I mean, really good, sorry. And for Morocco, like, does the Cinderella story end here? I mean, we're going to see, because you beat Spain, who a lot of people were saying were one of the favorites, right? And sometimes we see like, okay, they get through one thing, they have that little fairy tale moment, and then it gets shut down the next game. It would be beautiful, obviously, to see an African country go to the semis, but then there's people like HH who only want to claim African history when it benefits them, but then will slander North Africans when it doesn't. But that's fair point.
Don't put those thoughts in my mind.
Hold on.
Nick has his views. I'm a love one of the fighter. I believe.
You're full of
and
shit.
Also, by the way, we're all African and we're all black, so it is what it is. Watch it.
Me too. No, first of all, I was looking a bit some African history in the World Cup, and I believe there's only 4 countries that ever made the quarterfinals, right? Okay, so from what I've seen, it's Cameroon, it's Senegal, it's Ghana, and now it's Morocco. And
it would have been Nigeria if Maldini was sent off for bringing down Amunike in USA in 1984. This should have been down. Nigeria should be 9-0, and we should have played Spain in that quarterfinal in USA in 1994. We go
I thought you said you didn't care. I thought you said you didn't care about the Bummer Super Eagles. I thought you said you didn't care.
Oh, no, I care about the 1940. Yeah, the 1940. I care about the 1940. We're robbed of a quarterfinal. So put Nigeria in there as well. Yeah.
Portugal win, by the way. They win. We're not gonna witness history, unfortunately. We're gonna have to wait another 4 years for maybe an African team to hit the semis.
Look, unsubscribe from Disney Plus. It is what it is, man. Harty Momo, thank you for the Dubinsky. It's so sad when roadrunners like Mbappe, who won a World Cup at 19 years old, is the second teenager to do so next to Pele, can be hailed as elite players because of goals and assists. I am. Football will soon be athletics in 10 years. College soccer, but I'm going to get shout out to Mbappe as a 19-year-old to win a World Cup. That's crazy. And he scored 2 goals and he dunked on Messi. Wow. Go to that level. Yeah, that's the moment. Carried by Pogba and Kante, as you claimed. But okay, cool. Yeah, yes.
Don't forget.
No, here's the thing. He's what's it called? Athletes, pace, Mbappe, and so forth.
Yeah.
And guys, you're fine. He's not winning a second World Cup. Relax, you're fine. No, it's not. February, Bayern. That's his next focus. Is his next Infinity Stone. From Dajo RF. This World Cup showed just how much of a terrorist Simeone is. No. Don't, because I need no. Give Atletico score to club and usually compete with Barca and Real and challenge for the UCL. I want all of you losers on Twitter, on Instagram, everywhere, Pornhub, put it anywhere, who came at me when I said that Simeone was holding back Felix. Oh, he's not so good. Felix is overrated. And I kept saying this and people went against me. Simeone is a loser, and Chelsea are getting Felix in January. It is what it is. Felix coming to the bridge.
Don't worry.
Felix coming to the
I
bridge.
don't know if Felix coming because you're already getting Nkunku and probably Guardiola.
Paul, we're getting.
Well,
We're getting.
Nkunku's gonna fail.
Já fé. Já fé.
Even if
Did you hear this? Já fé.
I don't
Já
know.
fé.
I don't know who you're
two
getting.
same profiles. Like
Let's not-
two guys that are not really
let's not
nice.
forget-
that are
Hold
really
on,
unlucky.
Paul. We're building, man.
Yeah, but the thing is,
You're
where would
getting
Mason
another. You're
Mount
getting
play?
another
We're
Bundesliga
building,
forward.
Ricardo. We're building.
Where would Mason Mount play though?
We're
Ricardo, where would Mason
building.
Mount play?
Ricardo, don't be jealous.
He
Don't
might
be
be.
jealous.
He might be.
Oh,
the
Ricardo, don't be jealous.
He
Oh,
might be
he's
the
jealous. Look at he's jealous. Oh, he's jealous.
Why would I be
Ah.
jealous of Chelsea?
Look at he's jealous. Oh, don't be jealous. He's
It's okay,
crying.
Ricardo. You're
Oh,
jealous of a team
cry.
that are 8th place in the Premier League. It's okay.
Ricardo, don't
Wait,
cry.
I know.
Ricardo, don't cry. Don't cry. Ricardo, don't cry. Ricardo. Paul, we're back. Paul,
Hold on.
Paul, we're back. Paul, we're coming for that UCL that they stole. Paul, we're coming for that trophy that you stole.
For now you're
We're
back and
coming
for now you
for
lost
that
Endrick.
trophy you stole. We're coming for that trophy you stole.
Will you finish top 4 or Conference League? That's the question.
So-
Oh yeah, I mean Holland. We have to mention Holland.
You're back and already lost it. Endrick.
Wait,
England.
HH. I need to share something with you quickly.
No, you don't. No, you
No,
don't.
it's quick.
No, you don't. England, France. England against France. So, guys, here's the thing. So, Napoleon Bonaparte. Why what? Napoleon.
Oh, are you asking me?
I just said Napoleon. Look.
Oh,
If you say England, France, the first thing that comes to my head is Napoleon. By the way, I think Ridley Scott is making a film with Napoleon starring Joaquin Phoenix. Woo, can't wait. Film of the year.
Why did it react when you said Napoleon? Like what are your ties to Napoleon, Ricardo? What is it?
No,
Is there
Napoleon
something you want to tell us?
Napoleon Bonaparte.
Yeah.
I know, but
By the way,
Napoleon.
hold up. Side note. Who's watching Avatar: The Way of Water in IMAX?
how long is the movie?
I will at some point.
I'm not gonna watch another 4-hour film.
Oh, what? Man, you guys are such losers.
The story's
man.
going to be late.
Oh,
You know that.
it's
You know
like
story's
it's
gonna
like
be
the
late.
Oh,
blue
look,
people.
look,
right?
I'm there, man. It's James Cameron. So, guys, look. France against England. Now, here's the thing. Now, I put a vid, and I'm going to be very simple. So, let me put this out there, and anyone can respond. If England shuts down Mbappe, is that enough for them to beat France?
No, because their Dembele exists on the.
Oh,
other
give me a
side.
break. Okay, what has the US really done?
He's been good this tournament. What are you talking about? Griezmann has
Ricardo,
been.
you know he will dribble past 11 goalkeepers from England, and then he will fail. Like that's what we'll do probably.
No. Okay, so Paul, let me ask you. So they stop Mbappe. Hey, deep block. So suppress Mbappe. Mbappe can't walk inside spaces. Make sure that he has no shooting channels. Counter them.
No,
Hey,
in fact, I've read in some places that Southgate's plan is actually to not focus on the defense for Mbappe, but actually generate more attack through his side because he's not gonna back down to defend it as much. So I think that's actually the plan. I don't think you can stop Mbappe because how do you stop it? Like, do you put a personal mark? No one is going to follow him. No one is going to be able to follow him. Are you gonna like drop deep? Then Griezmann does his things, and then Belgium dribbles past two and puts it for Mbappe or Giroud. Like, look, this France team, the only way to do this is try to better them at what they do best. And England has very good attack, so I think the plan for Mbappe is not really to defend against him. Like you have to defend it, but like you don't focus on him. You focus on what the consequences of him being such an attacker mean, and that means you're gonna almost probably have a 1v1 against Theo, who is actually not that good defending. So I see that wing being the weakness if England can attack often. I just think that France is too talented. So
Are you saying Penguin is gonna win?
No, I think France is gonna win. I just said that they're too talented to lose France, but England can exploit that weakness. It's something that exists.
does anyone think England?
I'm scared. I'm scared.
I actually think England is gonna win this.
Elias, let's hear it. Elias, what's your theory, man? What's your theory?
It's gonna see either if Southgate's gonna play a 3 at the back or 2. Do we know if he's gonna play with a 3 back or 2?
I don't think we know, but here's my thing now.
Go on.
No. I mean, I think if it was me, I think he should stick with 4 at the back.
He'll play 3. He'll play 3 at the back, and it'll be Carl Walker, Maguire, and Stones, and then he'll play Luke Shaw, and possibly have a
Trippier.
Trippier. Stretch Trent, but probably not Trent, but
Yeah.
probably Trippier as
Because-
as the fullbacks, and then
I agree with
Henderson.
you.
So, I mean, does he bring back Mount to be a defensive number 10? Or
I think he'll stick the midfield. I think he'll still stick Henderson, Rice, Bellingham, and then he'll go with front two, and that's why I think he might play for because he'll probably want to get them on the break counter.
Yeah.
We're playing Kane and then Rashford. I think he'll bring in Rashford in this game just for the counter speed.
so who then holds bench? Foden or Saka?
Well, Foden and Saka will hold bench in a free fight. In a free
Okay,
fight,
I get you. So Elias, talk to me.
Maybe
Elias, talk to me.
Saka could, but Rashford I think will probably work better in like in a two than maybe Saka.
No, because Elias, I'm with you. I think England have a chance. And here's the thing, guys.
Yeah.
And let me roll with you. If England beats France, this would be their biggest win since like the 60s or the 70s.
Yeah.
That's crazy, but it's true. Like the nearest thing to this was when they beat the Netherlands in Euro '96, but again, home nation tax. So this will be the biggest victory they've had since the 60s or the 70s. So the favorites are France. But Elias, what is your thinking that Kane Pals can say what's up?
England have been solid defensively. So Southgate is known for that. France is a team that does struggle to break down low blocks, but they do have Giroud. They have France's all-time league.
Okay. Elias, I'm going to say that.
Is Giroud France's all-time goal
All you
scorer?
need to say is Giroud. You need to. I can't. No. I can't. I have to.
He's France's all-time goal scorer, right?
Okay, so
above.
Can you not just say Giroud? You don't need to say this. Just say Giroud.
He could have 2 World Cups at the end of this and score.
He could. No, but see, here's the thing: stopping Mbappe, it's going to be almost impossible stopping Mbappe. By like having one player. Question: is Walker going to be fit? Because Walker on Mbappe.
Fit, yeah.
Because Walker on Mbappe, the pace and the physicality, that's going to be a good battle. I wouldn't say it's going to be. It's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one. And England can hit France on the counter. They've been looking good. And
also, this French defense ain't that strong. Ain't that strong.
Exactly. But they do have good players such as Koundé in the back. Lucas Hernandez is injured, correct?
Yeah, he's out. He's out of the World Cup.
That's a big miss. So I think England's game plan should be like that. Like, be defensively solid and hit France on the counter, knowing that their best players are not there.
Mike? What are you saying?
I think England's going to win this game. I think if they can just limit Mbappe to 1 goal, they will win this match. Because look, the guy's on fire. When these sort of players are on fire,
and also, sorry, Mike, it's not that I'm disregarding Griezmann or thinking Mike, but my thing is that I feel that England is a very good defensive team. And I'm not sure that Giroud, Griezmann, and Dembele are going to cause that much issues, especially if Arteta is right and go with a back 3. So my thing is that it may sound obtuse or whatsoever. If you shut down Mbappe, I think that's France done because of how good defense for England are. But continue.
Yeah, true. Well, I'm just going to say this. If Southgate plays a 5 in the back, white flag, and you can already send him to Siberia. He can make a stopover here in Finland.
So you're saying he should stick with the 4?
Of course. Look, does France's defense is formidable? Is it formidable? No. They haven't kept the clean sheet at this World Cup.
Mike, what are you saying? So you're saying that England should go toe-to-toe and be actually positive against them in the back 4?
Yes, they should be positive, maybe not toe-to-toe. Like, this shouldn't be... I would actually think this might be like a proper Barclays Premier League game. I think it could be end-to-end. I think Southgate's going to be like, you know what, guys? Go play. Look, France's defense is not that good. In 2018, they kept a clean sheet against Uruguay. They kept a clean sheet against Belgium. They're conceding to Australia, Tunisia, Poland. They're conceding to these names, and they're giving chances as well. So if I'm England, and I look at guys like Saka, Foden, Bellingham with the way he's playing, they can cause trouble. 100%.
Mike, quick question. How many goals did France concede with Pogba and Kante and Benzema in the Euros against Switzerland? How many goals?
That would be a grand total of 3 goals in the round of 16.
That's a pretty good stat.
So look,
no. France will, but okay. So Aris, do you agree with Mike then? back four, not so proactive, but yo, we can get them. So you said what Southgate was going to do. What would you do? Would you go with a back three or would you go with a back four?
The back four purely because that's just kind of what they know, what they've been playing, and they've got the players to go into that. The funny thing is, I also have a weird thing that like maybe Deschamps could go to a back three. I don't know.
That'd be stupid if it goes there.
It would be, but I don't know. I feel
you don't. I'm sorry, you don't change formation.
No, you don't. I'm just saying that when you get
unless you have to. But
I think actually England though they changed their formation from the group stage to the round of 16 against Germany, the Euros last summer. I think they were playing 4 in the back, and then they switched to 5.
Oh, they switched to back 3 against Germany.
I might be wrong, but I think that was the case.
Yeah. I know Deschamps has played a 3 at the back before, so
it was a disaster. The RDS
because if I'm Southgate, I mean, Paul, what are you saying? Paul, do you think Southgate switches to a back 3 because it's France, or do you say nah, screw it, let's stick to our guns?
I mean, what Southgate? Sorry for blowing. I don't know if the mic. What Southgate may do, and what I think is best as absolutely nobody, probably differ. I mean, because Southgate is very defensive. If you know what, I think Southgate is going to go with a back 5, but I think he should go with a back 4 because the problem is you think playing defensively will actually help you. Like, not just playing defensively. You can play defensively, but without an actual good engine to play the counter attack. Because if you're gonna have these wing backs, like what you're just doing is keeping players that are doing these runs in the back and in the middle, but you're not getting players to the front. So once you get there, I don't see it. It's just, again, I go back to my point. I think that the weakness, the biggest weakness in France is their defense. I mean, it's not a great weakness, but it's an important.
Yes, it's the weakest point.
Yeah. So if I'm Southgate, like, listen, to win this thing, you have to be brave. You can look what happened to Spain. People think Spain was aggressive. Spain was incredibly scared, incredibly defensive. It's just that they defended with the ball, but they didn't want to lose the ball because they were too scared to. If we lose the ball, the counterattack, they're gonna score. So they didn't. They were vertical. So if England makes that mistake of, in that sense of, we're gonna play safe. How's actually playing safe is gonna work? The way you used to play, how criticized was Southgate? Is it gonna work against this France that is on fire? Let's be honest.
But can you go toe to toe with France in a game like that? Can you go toe to toe with them?
It's not about going toe to toe because I don't see it as a 50-50. I see it as you are going to focus on that weakness on that side. And again, there's the game. Maybe Tchouaméni goes then he leaves spaces in the mid. Whatever.
No. I mean, because my thing is that when Poland played France, didn't they play back 4?
Poland did, yeah.
So my thing is that all because you go with a back 4 doesn't mean you're going toe to toe. You can have a back 4, so you have your structure, but it's like, are you containing? Are you countering? Are you advancing? So I think that my advice for Southgate is you can't go toe to toe because you give Mbappe space, you're finished.
Well, I mean, I would say a fit.
You can't. You see, don't give Mbappe space. Mbappe isn't Neymar or Messi. He can't walk in tight spaces.
A fit car worker can deal with Mbappe. I think
but it's not only Mbappe; it's also Dembele on the other side.
Oh no, exactly.
For how long?
So you're saying that you feel that Kyle Walker can deal with Mbappe if France have an overload and a transition?
A fit Kyle Walker I think can deal with Kylian Mbappe. But I think the key thing is I think Paul mentioned is that, like, one thing of Mbappe is that he doesn't track back. The amount of space that he leaves there, like, is a vulnerability. So whether it's Kyle Walker or maybe even you could potentially consider maybe Trent going in there and the balls that he delivers and how quick, because Trent's pretty fast going forward, and obviously he'd be able to deliver good balls into like a Kane or Rashford, etc. To which case, do I think that would it be like Upamecano? Would it be Upamecano and Varane as the centre backs?
Yep.
Presumably?
Yeah, should be Konate though, but it is what it is.
Should be.
Okay, yeah, okay. So which they might be able to deal with. So, as I said, I think that area is something that could be exploited, and I know it's a difficult one. Like, I don't think that I wouldn't be upset if Southgate went with back 3 or back 5. I can understand why, because if he's just going to dig deep and counter, England do have the players to counter and to counter with pace. That is a fact, you know. So and that could work. But alternatively, it potentially disrupts the flow of how the team has played up until this point. And as you rightly said, like it's almost like inviting. I think it's almost like inviting too much pressure from France on when England can potentially enforce. They've got the players to enforce themselves. And the only thing I would give advantage to England is that I do think England's bench is stronger. Just France's starting 11.
No, bro. That's France's second string against Tunisia was horrendous, bro. So, yeah.
I think
Those injuries have absolutely killed them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oz, what do you say, man? France, England, man.
Yeah, I might be buying into that England hype, but I think England can win this game.
Yeah.
It's just, do I see France shutting down Kane? That's what for England's like main focal point is. If you could shut down.
I think England's key player is Jude Bellingham because it's how he breaks from midfield and leads the counter.
I see that, yeah. And look, England, I think, have a great shot at this France team. And I think Mbappe, unlike what you people are saying, Mbappe can be shut down. That's not...
Oh, yeah, for sure. 100% he can be, yeah.
And look...
Didn't Wan-Bissaka shut him down last time?
We'll leave that. I
think he shut down Mbappe.
Sad people. So, Oz, you're going for an England dub?
I think I am. I just don't... do not let Rashford dunk on Mbappe for a third time.
All right. Okay. Ricardo, England, France. Ricardo, England, France.
Look, when this tie first got announced, I was like, Mbappe's gonna smoke these Brits. Right?
Well, aren't you still a British colony, Canada, man? So you should be like, Hail King Charles! Hail King Charles!
Nah, never that. Oh, but honestly, closer to the day, I'm like, damn, England actually they have
got a chance.
And it scares me because honestly, it's not just about beating France. Like, if these guys beat France, these guys are gonna go to the finals. I'm sorry.
Hold up.
No.
Don't assume England beats Portugal. Remember, Portugal have had England's number for a while, and this is a much better Portugal side. So
yeah, and this is a much better English side too.
Well, hold up. That's Portugal's side, which was in the golden generation, dunked on England's golden generation twice.
Yeah, it's not really a golden generation. We don't win shit, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. Well,
look, as much as a lot of us want to deny England and they're a good team or whether they're not, like, they've consistently gone pretty far in the last few tournaments. So, like,
Southgate.
We can't ignore that they know how to get to this stage. Of tournaments, and I think they'll be really good the next Euros too. Look, there's a lot of focus. There's a lot of focus on Mbappe, Kyle Walker, how they're gonna stop Mbappe, blah blah. I'm not even gonna be surprised if Mbappe's isn't even the reason France win this game. Like, you could expect a big.
Hold on, wait, what?
France's all-time goal scorer.
The side chick becomes a bride.
Well, the side chick has been the main chick in this tournament, to be honest. Like, he's been playing good, and hey, look, he's due a goal, man. He's playing well. Giroud broke the record. He could do something. Dembele, I know he doesn't know how to shoot, but hey, man, one of those cannons has to eventually go in. But no, I personally, I gotta go with France. I think. I don't know. Mbappe, he's a menace on the field, man. Like, you give him.
But if Kawaka is a very, very good 1v1 defender,
no, I'm not.
And if England are like, all right, we have a plan for shutting him down.
But my thing is that if Kyle Walker is gonna lock Mbappe down, he's gonna have to play the most perfect 90 minutes of his career, like from start to finish. Because the first chance Mbappe gets to overlap him or beat him in a 1v1. Bro, Jordan Pickford, this guy's a clown. Like, he looks like a clown when he goalkeeps.
But he makes saves.
He does. But I don't know if it's his haircut, and when he dies, his hair goes all, like, he just looks like a clown. But
he looks funny.
Look, Mbappe, I think Mbappe is going to be the difference. Like, I'm doubling down because I like Mbappe. So if there's anybody I want to see him beat, oh man, he's gonna beat the Brits, man. This will just be so beautiful.
Yeah, Mike was saying.
Okay, so when England have gone up against top teams, they've always gone 1-0 up, And then what happens?
On
Go on a defensive shell. So if they go 1-0 up tomorrow, they better pray that they get a second one, because if they don't, they're going to lose again. So
and I do feel that, and I do feel they'll go a goal up, because here's the thing: if France go a goal up, can England respond?
But do you
because
trust
the
this
danger
defense to keep a clean sheet,
the danger of France going a goal up, players panic like, oh, we've got to get that goal back, which gives space to France.
But the only thing I'd say to that is that, like, because I do think the English bench is stronger, I think if France score goal early, the longer the game goes on, when you now have 5 subs, when you can bring on a Foden, a Saka, a Grealish, something, the attacking front is there. I could easily see England get equalising, like, because the attacking threat is, whereas the French side, so I don't think they have the same level of attacking threat. I think could tire. So.
Shout out to your boy John Corincinza. Pixia 7 with this quarantine. What do we say? Oh, strong contenders. Strong contenders, for sure.
Money.
Strong contenders. Talents FC.
Question.
Go for it. Yeah, go for it. Paul.
About this game.
Yeah.
Which team do you guys think that is gonna take the ball actually? Because both will want to play counter-attack.
My thing is,
I think
I'm riding with RDS stats. I think Southgate is going to go with a back 3, and is going to give France the ball and will counter, because that's what happened in the Euros against Germany. He gave Germany the ball, and then England just countered. So I think Southgate is going to be like, because Southgate, he's like, look, okay, I know we look at, but he knows, okay, this is France, okay, and we know the quality of these guys. And we're already good defensively. If we go back 3, they will not break us down. Unless Mbappe does something superb, they will not score against us. So his main aim is that if we can just get a goal and hold these guys, I think that's going to be his tactic. So France just try and break us down. France, maybe they'll get a goal. France are not getting more than 1 goal against a back 3 of England. That's not happening. So, yeah, they'll give them the ball, but without Pogba, it's going to be hard for France to break England down. Very hard. Talent FC. Rashford, Sterling, Grealish, Maddison, bench options. Yeah, England's bench is strong. And also, Maddison needs some minutes, man. He needs some minutes.
Yeah.
Stuff. There's no S for stuff. It's stuff to consider, not stuffs to consider. Stuff to consider, please. Thank you. I might be crazy, but I think Musiala is more gifted than Mbappe. Well, I mean, in a certain way, yeah. In terms of technical ability, football ability, yeah.
His technical ability is better.
Technical ability is better, yeah. Just as fast. No, I think Mbappe is faster, but more creative in tight spaces. I think I've always said that Dembele was always the more gifted footballer than Mbappe. The issue with Mbappe is that he's the villain.
No, he's dumb.
Thanos.
No, he's dumb.
He's Thanos.
Dembele is dumb.
He's the prodigy. No, I'm not talking about Mbappe. Mbappe is Thanos. Mbappe, he's Thanos. He's Thanos. But
where's
yeah,
UCL,
I think Musiala is a better footballer than him, 100%. Just as Mbappe is just more dangerous. He's much more of the danger.
I thought you were talking about Dembele. I don't know why.
No, not them. Forget that guy. Just 3. It would be stupid for England to change everything up for Mbappe. Of course, try and limit him, but be brave. England can cause real problems. Play your game. But Southgate's game is, I think, if we face a top team, is back 3. Break us down. So basically, put it this way. I will be very surprised if Southgate rolls up with a back 4 and the same lineup against France.
If he does that, it means that he's trusting Kyle Walker to stop Mbappe. That's what he's doing.
Does that mean?
So you would go with a back 4 because you believe Kyle Walker can stop Mbappe.
I would go either way because England can counterattack and counter the pace, and I don't know. I haven't seen much of. I don't know what I get from this a French side that just has a lot of the ball and the possession of the ball. Are they used to? How are they used to being able to have a lot of possession for a lot of the time? As opposed to like being pressed and then someone counts and scores. I don't know how they would. I don't know how they would handle it. I feel like with France, when I've seen them play, they wanted to progress the ball quickly and then go to the opposite pitch. I haven't really seen them like be comfortable in possession for 80% of the time. If that makes any sense, So either way, I think it's reasonable.
Artists, you have to think about as well the role of Henderson when it comes defensively with Kyle Walker.
Yeah,
he can help a lot with.
So he's going to roll. Yeah, Henderson and Rice will be key. Guys, let's be real with you. France will find it time to break down Henderson and Rice up above with Maguire. France will find it hard to break that
Honestly,
down.
I think Ousmane Dembele is gonna have a big game against Luke Shaw and Harry Maguire. Come on, man.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying, man.
Come on, the
Yeah.
Oos is gonna
And,
show up.
and
Yeah, but
Griezmann
no,
has
but
been,
here's the thing,
has been
though.
in really good form as well. Like let's not forget Griezmann.
But Dembele needs end products now. So if we're saying that Mbappe is going to be double teamed and Kyle Walker will have a sandwich on
Well,
him,
double teamed.
just three, man. Bellingham will be key in transition and
Yes,
final 10. 100%. I
yes.
said Jude Bellingham is the key player for England. He is the key guy, man. Okay, let's just do with this, man. Paul. So let me hit the stream marker here, man. So shout out to your boy Ramesh Suresh, man. Spain sacked Luis Enrique. Thoughts? Now hold up. Did they sack him or did he leave or was it a mutual agreement?
He got sacked. He was
sacked.
Yeah, I was.
Hey, let's Paul talk to me. What happened, man? Okay, we don't know. Talk to me. You have the
Yes
inside
and
info.
no. I mean, the official. I mean, remember, guys, we talked about some streams ago that I said that Luis Enrique would be probably going after this World Cup, regardless of the result. Even if we won, maybe there was a chance, but it finally looks like actually Luis Enrique was up to stay, and Rubiales decided to part ways. Now, it wasn't like an aggressive, thing. Like probably Rubiales told him, I don't want it. Who, by the way, is a criminal. Saying that. Just saying that is true. Basically, probably they both agreed on it. Luis Enrique probably didn't have problems with it, to press with the media and everything. But yeah, he was officially he was sacked. He was.
Thoughts? I mean, happy? It is what it is, or because my thing is that was Luis Enrique to blame, or is it that Spain's current generation just doesn't have any clinical attackers?
It's just not attackers. It's just that I don't think. Listen. Luis Enrique was appointed for one reason. He has made teams that are 6 look like 8. He improves like the performance of players and everything. The problem is like for me, Luis Enrique did some mistakes. We can talk about them if you want. I don't have any problem, but I see the problem being more like the talent. People are used to see like the Spain 2010, the Euros, whatever. It's not there anymore. Like there is an impossible generation basically. What is my most critical thought on this is, listen, I understand that Luis Enrique might be sacked because even though he might be the right guy, he's probably the best Spanish coach right now, besides Guardiola, but I don't think he will be coaching the national team ever. I do think that it's just that if you're gonna sack him, go for a different route. Absolutely, don't keep with the same game plan. Don't stick with the same kind of philosophy. Change everything up because if you want that philosophy of possession of everything, the best guy to do it is Luis Enrique. So,
No. I think that's and I think we'll see. I mean, because you have to. If you're going to sack Enrique, you've got to. And I think this game shows that it's just do something completely new. 2010 was cool, but something completely new, which is what I think should happen. So, guys, last topic before we get out of here, man. So, guys, let's just talk about this, man. So,
Three World Cup goals is actually okay if you think about it.
So Hazard, Elias.
Yes.
Why do you think Real Madrid ruined Hazard's career to the point of where he's now had to retire as a 31-year-old?
Would you take him back at Chelsea? I think that's the first question before Elias speaks.
I was asking Elias's question. Elias,
I think yes, it's a good question. It is.
Would you take him back at Chelsea?
Exactly.
I pleaded the fifth. Now, Elias, thoughts on this? So I mean, okay, Elias. Okay, Elias, I'll level with you, Elias. You know what? I'll ask myself the question. So, what are your thoughts on Hazard retiring from the Belgian national team? Well, it's one of the saddest falls, man. And
you wouldn't take him back at your club?
It's depressing because.
Interesting.
Okay, let me ask you this: is this the saddest fall of a player you've ever seen in terms of a descent?
A descent.
of what they were to where they've fallen to. So
That I have seen.
the
Yes.
the fall.
I would say yes. Oh no. I would say Umtiti. Umtiti is another big one because
No, but you know why you can't see Umtiti? Injury. And I think that he went into that World Cup knowing that that would aggravate his injury, but he's like, screw it, I need to do it. So
Yeah.
you can't really use that because he had a strong major
No,
injury.
but that fat ass Hazard got injured
yeah,
as well.
exactly. I mean, because like Umtiti, when he was playing for Barcelona in that 2017 season, he like we were saying that this guy's going to be our key defender for the next 10 years. But that injury, it just completely just like destroyed him. And then like injury tracks, like after injury, he just wasn't the same. But Hazard, it's extremely sad to see that. I would say it's a combination between injuries and the same thing as like, hey, he was never that top professional who, for example, as Ronaldo, who would be the first one in, last one out. Well, I mean, sorry, you can't show up for training overweight and like say, hey, you put your all. Like,
okay. Let's be real. There has to be a reason why he's under over. And just like something happened at Real Madrid. I don't know what it is. Something happened because why would he turn up overweight? Something doesn't add up.
Why are the rest of the players like?
I don't know. Something doesn't add up. No, because he was fine at Chelsea, fully professional.
Yeah.
He goes to Real Madrid and he does it. So something doesn't add up.
Whoa, wait.
Let me tell you.
Like Chelsea fans say that when you so many flops in attacking sides, like this baffles me. But
Okay, can I speak on this BBL merger?
Go for it.
So this is my honest and objective assessment of Hazard. When he was at Chelsea, he had a team that was completely built around him, right? He goes to Real Madrid. This is not a team that's going to be built around him. He's going to be part of a team.
So that's why he's apparently overweight.
Because there's been many interviews with players who have played with Hazard at Chelsea, and they said that he wasn't the most hardworking player.
Yes,
they almost said it like he was.
It's the work ethic.
He was so naturally gifted at the sport that a lot of players have said he wouldn't train hard, but on the day of the game, he balled. And that's who he was as a person. He didn't train hard, but you knew like, okay, maybe we'll let this guy not train as hard because at the end of the day, when it comes down to playing football, he's gonna perform for Chelsea. Then you go to a club like Real Madrid, who has far higher standards. This is a team that's not built around him. He was gonna be plugged into this team. He didn't have a free roll like he did at Chelsea. For Real Madrid, now you're walking into a dressing room full of serial winners, multiple. Some guys have even won the World Cup. You're talking about the elites of the elites. You can no longer have that work ethic that you had at Chelsea just because you're talented and walk into Real Madrid and think you're going to get away with it. And then now you try to put that work ethic into a player, into a person that has never had the work ethic to work as hard. And then obviously you have to take into consideration his style of play. He's coming from a physical league and one of the most fouled players in the world. I don't care who you are. I mean, Messi, we can argue about Messi is an anomaly, but we've seen it with Neymar too. He goes into a very physical league, which is the French league, and he's completely hacked every 2 seconds. Hazard was the same way. His body was going to give out on him at any moment. Obviously, it doesn't help that he shows up late, but it's you can almost say it's a mad coincidence that his body gave up on him the moment he signed for Real Madrid. It's a huge failure of a transfer, but I think when you look at it, he didn't train hard. He's no longer the center focus of the team, and his body was bound to give up to him. And that's my honest assessment about why Eden Hazard ultimately failed, and it's a sad downfall.
HH, let me speak on this.
Can I speak on it next? That's okay.
Yeah. So, Eden Hazard.
Also,
so he scored 1 goal in the Euro 2000. I'm talking about in international career, by the way, only international career because he retired from there. He scored Euro 2016 against Hungary. World Cup, Tunisia, 2 goals. The other goal was Belgium, 3rd place game. You always tell me that he shows up at the big moments in international football.
Yeah.
The Wales. France?
Can I respond?
Okay, he played well against France. I'll give him that.
Let Mike land.
He was the best player on the pitch against France.
Yeah. I'll give you that. He did. But
show up.
where was he against Wales? Where was he against Argentina in 2014?
He became Zad in 2018. So before 2018, I
wasn't the
can't
World
vouch
Cup-
for him.
Okay. Where did he show up in the quarterfinal against Brazil? No, it was KDB and Lukaku that showed up in that on that day.
No, he played well.
That's true.
So, but this is a sad fall. I think Ricardo said it perfectly. Mentality. He's weak. He doesn't want it enough. He knows that-
No. Weak is so harsh a word.
No, but
I think that his personality is that he just doesn't care.
I think that
I
is
mean,
true.
and
But
his body like just can't give it because remember, not only is he getting older, he's getting in. He's like as Ricardo said, a player who hasn't had that like constant work ethic to play at the top level and like not even at the top level, to play at Real Madrid, at like one of the biggest clubs in the world, is you need to have an insane work ethic to be there.
And I think Joe Cole talked about it actually when he played for Lille, and Hazard was like only 19, 20 at the time. That he said the guy had barely trained, but we knew when he showed up on the game, he would ball out for us, and that's what he did. But I think all the injuries that piled up onto him, then the pressure, of course, for playing Real, then all the media in Spain, it all adds up to Hazard, and I just think he mentally got weaker, and the body just gave up. And look, diet is very important in football. If you don't take care of your body, look at Ronaldo. You guys can say what you want about Ronaldo. The guy is just physically a specimen, and he always takes care of his body. Why do you think LeBron James spends $1 million a year on food? Because he needs to keep his body in good shape. Hazard just said, I don't care. I'll go to KFC, Burger King, or whatever, have all the paella in the world, and enjoy my life.
McDonald's
Five Guys.
sponsorship.
I don't
So-
know.
Wait,
Five
pause,
Guys.
pause.
So Mike, you're saying that in 5 years' time, Hazard will look like Wesley Sneijder?
Probably.
Might be 2 years.
Possibly.
To be honest.
RG.
He owns a club. I think he's going to MLS, by the way. I think he's going to MLS next season. It's sad, but like, where is he? Look at him. You saw his performances in the World Cup. He was terrible. I mean, he was decent, but that's not Hazard. That's not the Zard. That's just Eden.
It should be an
Mike, I was
Instagram
talking,
model,
I was
to be
talking
honest.
to Magpies, and he was like, even at this point, you wouldn't even take him at Newcastle, man. Like,
Damn.
you wouldn't even take him at Newcastle.
Bro,
It's
what
that
would
bad,
Crystal
man.
Palace even? I'm not even trying to hate on Eden Hazard. I love the guy. I thought when he was at Chelsea,
You don't need
he
to
always
beat a
tore
dog when
Liverpool.
it's down. You don't need to beat a dog when it's down.
What Premier League team is really realistically going to take him? HH wouldn't even take him back at Chelsea. That just speaks
Exactly.
volumes right there.
So, Alex, you want to
Maybe
talk
not.
about
Maybe
Hazard?
Nottingham would sign him.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
maybe.
No, but I wouldn't just completely write off Hazard. He could create like the biggest U-turn.
That's not gonna happen.
Elias,
Yeah,
okay,
no, it could happen. It could happen.
Elias, let me level with you. Okay,
Take it
you know, Elias, let's be real here. Elias, when a player comes out and says, I don't know what has happened, like, I'm just not feeling anymore, Elias, it's over. Once you don't believe in yourself and you've lost all confidence and you combine that with his personality already, like, Elias, it's the worst mix. We know his personality. He's extremely laissez-faire. And he's come out and said that, I don't know what it is, man. It's not there. Mentally, he's gone. So there is nothing that can happen to motivate him anymore. So even for any club that's going there, all he'll be doing is just going through the motions. But the belief, the professional elite belief you have that you need to have to play at this top level is gone. So once that self-belief and that confidence is gone, that is vital to be effective at the highest level of football. He doesn't have that anymore. He's finished. He's finished.
See, because if that wasn't gone, I would say yes. For example, if he, for example, leaves Real Madrid and goes to like a mid-table team and just like, hey, has that team built around him, and he actually just says, like, hey, you know what, things haven't been working out, but even though things haven't worked out, I'm gonna give this an effort, because when you don't have that pressure of being at Real Madrid, being like a star and having that price tag and saying, hey, I'm dropping my wages just so I can play, so I look like an attractive player for other teams to buy me. I can give it a go. I can give it as a last.
My issue is that I don't think he cares anymore.
Exactly.
That's my issue, because you can see in his body language that I just don't think he has a desire.
We have to make a distinction. Like, was his dream was to make it to Real Madrid or succeed with Real Madrid? I think his dream was just to make it to Real Madrid.
Probably. Like, the scary thing is probably. So, because Paul.
I want to say that I don't know if you've seen like many interviews he gave. Like, if Hazard was to again recover some of his form, it was this year. You know, the build-up, like everything, all the fans were like behind him, like supporting him. Like, I swear to God, like I a lot of time ago, like, listen, for Real Madrid fans to actually, you know, we're never gonna be united because whatever, there are a lot of things, okay, but for so many Real Madrid fans to be behind a player that hasn't actually performed is huge. I tell you, and the support, I myself like supported him. Like, we really wanted him to succeed, not even to succeed. Like, after that fall, we wanted him to at least be happy. I swear to God, like we saw his interviews. The guy, I don't know if you remember when we won the league in the Cibeles, he like promised to actually give his best. He gave an interview with crying that. Almost crying that sorry that he wasn't able to. I don't think he doesn't care. I think he cares, because if he didn't care, I think he's hurt. I think he's not gonna bounce back, because I agree with HH. He mentally already said goodbye. Like, the moment you drop an interview publicly and say, listen, I don't know what happened. Like, it's just admitting defeat, and it's again. The moment for Hazard was this year. Everything was perfect. We gave him minutes. He did bad. We again gave him minutes. We gave him the opportunity, and I think he tried his best. It's just that he doesn't have it in him, and that's sad, because we all really wanted to see. I swear.
Yeah, no, I agree with Paul, because I remember when Real Madrid signed Hazard. At that time, to me, Hazard's always been one of my favorite players to watch, and he was like top 5 player in the world. In my head, I'm like, damn, like, Real Madrid got a great player that's probably going to challenge Messi at the time of who's going to be the best player in La Liga. And that, honestly, that shit ended so quick. Like, that, it didn't even happen. That's the thing.
Can I make a final point, just because I don't necessarily 100% buy the narrative that Hazard, especially in maybe his final 2 seasons, was it. I'm not saying he wasn't a good player in the Premier League. I'm not saying his skills, but I do think that certainly the last 2 seasons, I distinctly remember that Mourinho season when him and Costa got Uncle Jose sacked, which I don't know why you've somehow forgotten about the HH for giving Hazard for that. Like, he got like your GOAT manager sacked and performed disaster class after disaster class in that without
throwing shit.
No, I'm just saying that, like,
Bomas United fan.
Most yeah, it's funny. It is funny, but like the point is that, like, even under Sarri, if I recall, one of Chelsea's most humiliating losses away to City in 6-0, Eden Hazard was on that pitch, and was okay. Yeah, he balled in the Euro final against an Arsenal. Was it a Europa League sort of final? I think that's probably the biggest final that Eden Hazard has played in his career. Europa League final against Arsenal Football Club, who are relevant at the time.
Can I ask you a question,
but it is what it is, you know. So I don't really, you know. He didn't exactly in any of his time really bring Chelsea to like any like Champions League.
Paul, I have a question.
In that respect,
Paul, I have a question.
Yes,
did I don't even mean this to like throw shade, but has Hazard actually ever played in El Clasico?
No.
Damn.
If I'm not mistaken, he hasn't.
No. That's 3 years. Is this his 4th year?
Yeah, 4th year, isn't it?
And he hasn't played in El Clasico, whether it's 3rd or 4th. I think it's his 4th year.
Ardius, let me ask you a question, Ardius.
Yeah, Mike, go on. Yeah.
Who will have a better legacy, or who will be known more, maybe by the streets or by people, Salah or Hazard?
Oh, Salah, without a doubt. Salah, without a doubt.
Without a World Cup, without a great World Cup performance.
Oh my God,
without a great World Cup performance. Because you know wait, I know. You say no. You say that no. You say that though. You say that though. But everybody knows that Hazard is one of the Premier League's best players. That's a fact.
No. He didn't say who is better. He said the better legacy.
Legacy, exactly.
I said legacy. I know Hazard.
It's about legacy, man.
Oh,
the guy is not ball or do anything in a major final. Like how is it you crap on Mount and Havertz, etc., despite the fact they delivered to you your second UCL?
Who will be considered the better player in the Premier League? Who will be considered the better player in the Premier League, Salah or Hazard?
Got Chelsea to a final of a
Elias, who will be regarded as the better player in the Premier League, Salah or Hazard?
Hazard. I think
Hazard.
Hazard at his peak, he was
unstoppable. Thank you.
Who's had a worse fall, Coutinho or Hazard?
Honestly, Hazard.
No, wait, no. Do you know why you can't do that? You can't do that.
No, I would say
They-
Hazard because Coutinho.
Is this hold on? Is it-
Coutinho
no,
dunked
and
on
this is
him.
not
Coutinho
this is to
dunked on
Ilias
him.
Ricardo. No, hold on. This is to Ilias and Ricardo, and I think Paul, you can even verify. Who is the third most expensive player of all time?
I think in fact Coutinho is more at Barca's fault. Also Coutinho's, but I think maybe Ricardo even agrees with me. I think the Coutinho thing is more at Barca's fault
Yes.
than
I think
probably a
it's both.
60-40, 70-30.
Paul,
It's
he
not
cost
something he did.
130. Paul, he cost 130 million euros sterling. 130. Mike, I can write you a check. Do you know how many zeros that is? That is 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 6 zeros. That's 6 zeros. Is that 6
How many
zeros?
culés are saying on Twitter that
zeros.
mocking us that we signed Endrick for 70
Yeah,
million
zeros,
or
130 million.
something like that when they have that history. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, HH, I actually have to share something before you close out. I know you like Japanese.
7 zeros. So hold on.
What?
Mike, that is 7 zeros. 130.
Couldn't do that in your head. This guy couldn't do that in his head.
That's all right. That's all right. That's a count. That's all right.
No, but
Oh no, because like 6 would be 300,000. So 100,000. Mike, that is 7 zeros. Mike, Coutinho cost 130 million. Mike, do you know how much that is? That is a lot of money. He's the third highest player ever. So don't give me that crap of Hazard. Coutinho is the worst for to cost 130 million. And to do nothing, don't you dare put that
he
on
has a
Hazard. Don't
UCL.
you
He's
dare.
scored against
Don't
He
you
does
dare.
have UCL.
And here's my thing.
Hold
Wait, hold on.
He's still
Mike.
playing.
Oh, Mike, you want to talk about legacy? You want to talk about legacy? Oh, let's talk legacy. Let's talk
least
legacy.
Coutinho scored in the
Because legacy
Clasico.
is how you shut up. If you want to talk about legacy is how you are remembered. And I'm sorry, when people say the best players to play in the Premier League, they say Henry, they say Hazard. That's it. The best players to play in the Premier League, people say Henry, then they say Hazard. So that's legacy. So Salah, you can score as many goals as you want.
20 goals.
You can score as many goals as you want. People will still always remember. And you know what? Oh, Mike, there's a thing called YouTube. When you see what Hazard has done to your club, I'm like, wait, hold up.
Can I just say?
What did Salah score that screamer against Chelsea? Oh, sorry, yeah.
AJ,
sorry.
Yeah. They say Henri and CR7. They don't say Henri and Hazard. Don't do that.
CR7 played for 2 freaking seasons, bro. No, Oz.
And Hazard
It is
showed up
no.
for
It is officially known that Henri is number 1. Hazard is the second best player to
Oh,
play
he's
in all
not.
Premier League history.
The reason why
Oz,
CR7
Oz, don't argue with me. It's a fact. Oz,
He's not, though.
it's not my opinion. It's a fact. Don't argue with me. No. When you're arguing a fact, no, Oz, it's a fact. Don't argue. It's a fact.
It's not fact.
AJ, I want to share something with you, but I need to ask you a couple series of questions. You're a big fan of obviously Japanese culture, right? Or
Maybe.
like anime.
Yeah.
No, but- I mean, it's a genuine question.
You're not going to trip me up, so I'm just going to say maybe it's everything.
Okay, fine, whatever, maybe. So we all know the answer is yes. So I wore this jersey. It's like a Japanese-inspired jersey. So I don't know if you guys know this. You know what?
Corinthians.
You know what team this is?
Corinthians,
yeah.
Right. So Corinthians, this is actually like their 4th jersey. This is actually a 10-year anniversary of them dunking on Chelsea in the Club World Cup. So because they won it in Japan. This is big history for Corinthians. That's how I wore it. It's a
I gotta
beautiful
get that
jersey.
kit.
You
That
do.
is
It's
a nice
beautiful
kit.
and it's comfortable as hell.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to cop that ASAP.
Yeah.
It's still the only, I think,
jersey. And it's
that
Japanese
competition,
inspired. You
man.
love
It's great.
Japan. Shout out, konnichiwa, arigato.
So let me hit these dose, man. So shout out to Football Breakdown. This is low-key a Kane legacy game. Do you think Kane drops it's 2-piece on first? If he drops 2-piece, they'll give him an MBE. He's getting an MBE.
If he drops a 2-piece, I better hear an apology from you. That's all I'm gonna say.
It depends if it's from open play.
Wait,
It can be a penalty.
Hey, yo, HH, I have a question. What if Kane's only trophy in his
Yes, sir?
career is the World Cup?
That's a big damn trophy. I don't know. No.
Be Tottenham.
No. I'm recording now. God forbid. I pray that doesn't happen because it is what it is. But if that does happen, first of all, if that happens, Talent FC, I will ban his accounts completely from this whole thing. And I think for Kane, it's a very scary because if there's one trophy to win and it's a World Cup.
Oh wait, let me ask you a question then. If Kane wins the World Cup, or England win the World Cup, Kane's big part of it. Whose career would you rather have, Harry Kane's or Karim Benzema's?
What?
Because this guy's a World Cup merchant. That's why I'm asking him.
It depends how I
One
do
has
it.
5
No.
UCLs.
It
The other guy has
depends
a
how
World
I
Cup.
perform at the World Cup.
No, but let's say he's
Five
he performs
UCLs,
well,
played
he
at Real
scores,
Madrid,
and he wins.
third biggest goal scorers in the history of the biggest
Yeah,
club.
that's what I'm saying. But HH is a huge World Cup
But my
merchant.
thing is that if he's a tree trunk, so he has no technique, he has no Salini. So my thing is that
No, he
if
said career.
let's-
He said career.
No, whose career? I'm not talking about who's a better player. We all know
Yeah.
No. For me, I'd still say Benzema because Kane will tree trunk his way to a World Cup, so and that's not enough for me. So that's not enough for me. Like I can't I speak fluent. I don't speak fluent tree trunk. I don't even know the first words of how do you say hello in tree trunk.
Is it enough for you that the future Chelsea captain Mason Mount may have a UCL and a World Cup before 25? Is that
Deal
scary,
with Barcelona in the Europa League. You
I'm
club, man.
saying, is that
I know. Fire is the sea. I know. Fire is the sea.
Why you don't rate trophies for individual players?
Wait, hold on. The notice it. Fire is the sea. Dembele is an anomaly. Guy looks good and ish at the same time. Both footed, but equally ish with both. A useful hindrance that is kind of a paradox. He has looked better. The Us has looked much better at this World Cup. But my fear, I think they're going to need France need Mbappe to show up. Without Mbappe, France ain't beating England. Mbappe needs to have a big game. Griezmann, that thief up front, and Dembele, they won't be enough to take down England. I'm sorry, they need more than that. JS3, thank you to Dubinsky. I think the reason is that Chelsea, life was easy. In that summer, he came in overweight with Real Madrid. At Real Madrid, there's expectation. What did they feed him? Fans weren't having it sink or swim. They fed him mad stuff. Paul, I don't know what you guys fed him and so forth. So I blame you. You know what? It's a conspiracy. You wanted him to fail.
Mediterranean food. Come on.
No, you wanted him to fail. Money makes window. CR7, slow, 37, toxic, annoying, and he plucks his eyebrows. Still, I'll take him over Mr. Blobby.
Mr. Blobby.
Wait, who is Mr. Blobby?
Hazard, come on now.
HH, what do you think of?
Well, that's
what do
not
you-
Hazard.
Blobby, man.
HH, what do you think of that picture with Mbappe and Giroud?
Kwab OBJ. Oh, what? Borjan Krkic is the biggest. No, he's not.
He barely got
was Bounce
started. He barely got started.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like he was alright and so forth. Like literally, the only big thing he did was that goal that was disallowed in that semi-final in 2010.
Honestly, Robinho is a good shout because he was supposed to be.
Robinho is an
Next.
interest.
Adriano?
That's a nice shout. That's a nice shot, but I still think it's Hazard though. No, the biggest wasted potential is Balotelli for sure. That is the biggest waste of talent of all time. And also, guys, I remember Adriano was never that good. Adriano was never that good. Adriano's legacy was he had the biggest shot power on Pro Evo. That's his legacy. His shot power on Pro Evo was stupid. Ramos Suresh,
Ronaldo.
Madrid spending 70 million on a 16-year-old. Okay,
Okay,
let's
can I
be
talk
last thing.
Can I talk on this? Can I talk on
Last thing on the other Let me wait, hold. Let me
Always
just put
points to Chelsea.
ace back. So,
Yeah, I thought Top B was going
Paul.
to say something, HH.
Paul, you greedy club. Paul, can't you leave other people with this kind of stuff? Why do you have to just? Because we were in for Endrick. I had a meeting with Todd B like yesterday, and we're trying to go in for Endrick. Now, let's be real. Is Endrick really the next big thing, or is this just hype?
No, he is.
It's too early. It's too early to say.
Oh,
Paul,
but we're kind of saying he's.
No,
Ricardo,
I've
what
watched.
are your sources?
I have watched this kid play. I've watched him.
It's not even that.
How good is he really? How good is he?
Bro,
Listen, Ricardo, he can be like 3 times Ronaldo Nazario. That as with a 16-year-old, you never know. The kid's still growing. The kid still.
Wait,
What you like?
What position does he play? What's his position? Is he attacking midfield?
And how does he play? Like, how does he play?
No, okay. I've watched this kid.
In general, but
Okay. Ricardo. Because you've seen him play.
I've watched this kid play. I've seen him in the Copinha, which is like a Brazilian tournament, and he's just recently started playing for the first team, and he's been really good for the first team. Bro, I'm saying this as a Barcelona fan. This is a massive W for Real Madrid. Paul is right. He's only 16. A lot of kids look amazing when they're younger. But when I see this kid, he is the best Brazilian talent since Neymar. Now, I'm not saying he's at the level of Neymar. He's right under. This kid is really good. We have to take into account of the modern game, of where it's headed. This kid has a body of a man. Like, he's so big for his age. See, like, he's stocky, he's powerful.
a fucking demon.
Yeah. He's left-footed. He's a great finisher. I see him more as a center forward, so I feel like he's a better replacement for Benzema. He's not an out-and-out striker. He likes to drop in deep, pick up the ball, dish it out. Like he likes to get linked in. Like this kid is really good. In my opinion, he's gonna be the face of Brazil. To me, he's a way bigger talent than Vinicius.
But Ricardo,
Obviously-
70
Is it-
million is crazy.
Sorry?
Does he play like Haaland or does he play like
No.
Haaland.
He
Elias,
plays
what?
No.
Elias,
Like,
we're talking
Haaland is like
about
a
no,
pure
no,
finisher,
at least
like a pure
this is
finisher.
strictly technical.
No,
This is strictly
he's
technical.
not a pure finisher. Like he gets involved into games. Like he's
Okay.
you could say like not even like Benzema because like the game can be modeled around Benzema, but he's a better goal scorer at the same time. Like he's like the kid is very good.
So are all
You
of them.
say, you know who reminds me of Ricardo? Young CR7.
Nah, he's
This
not.
guy,
No, he's
remember,
not.
no, actually, wait. Remember, not physically, but this kind of profile that is like actually kind of mobile in the forward.
But
Even though I
remember,
agree-
CR7 was a winger. CR7 was a
Yeah,
pure
no,
winger.
this guy plays
Yeah.
very centrally.
But he could play right wing, he could play left wing, he could play whatever he liked on the front, to be honest. And also like this young Ronaldo that was very good with feet. He could even play as a midfielder. I remember like, he was very good doing passes. He had a great vision. He had much better dribbling. He dropped deep. He reminds me of that guy. I agree with Ricardo. Like very like he's a baller, and also he has that goal scoring ability. Great.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
But I mean, all I'll say is that for me, I just feel like the future of football is important. Like Messi and that other dude will be retiring very soon, and I think we need
there's
a future.
actually-
Because I think here's my thing. Haaland is a goal scorer. The guy has no first touch, so I'm not really rating the guy at all.
there's
Mbappe is just here for Mbappe is here for me to clown on Messi, Cristiano for fanboys. So I'm hoping that basically, I think we need these guys like the Endricks and so forth to sort of be like, okay, football is still a technic sport. It isn't just about systems. We still need those individuals. But my whole beef is that why do Real Madrid get? Why do they get first dibs on all these players? Why can't Chelsea come into the negotiations?
don't have that.
one scout.
Chelsea
What's
don't
it called?
have that.
The holders of the Champions League or the guys who are not even in the top four?
The legitimate holders of the Champions League and so forth. That's my thing.
HH,
But they have, go ahead.
I'm saying there's another kid who plays on Palmeiras too. His name is Estevao William. His nickname is actually Messinho. It's actually pretty funny. Messinho. It's funny because his favorite team is Barcelona. His favorite player is Messi. So in Brazil, they literally called him Messinho, and he accepted it. But he changed his name now just because like he wants to make a name for himself. It was a bit cringy for a Brazilian to take on an Argentine name too. This kid is really good. He's a year younger than Endrick, and I'm telling you, this kid's next up. He's a right winger, left-footed, bro.
All right, I'll tell no, fine. Ricardo, it's fine. I'll tell Todd B. I'll tell Todd B.
I'm
No,
sorry,
Mike,
there's-
you say something. Mike, you say something. Mike.
I was gonna say because Paul knows the guy's name, the Real Madrid scout who found Fede Valverde, Rodrigo, Vinicius Jr. That's what they do, man. Once Real Madrid, they say, "Oh, there's some young talent in South America. Come." This all happened after they couldn't get Neymar. Once that happened, they said, "We choose violence, and we are going to get every single player from South America that has talent." And look, in 2 years' time, I guarantee you, probably in maybe 5 years, his market value will be 150 million.
Yeah.
The guy looks like a special talent.
I actually applaud Real Madrid because not only have they finished like
You applaud or are they cheating?
no. I'm
business,
giving respect. Not only have like Real Madrid are like a fantastically well-run club. This is a club that sells when they need to sell. I wish my club knew how to do that. They know when to sell, when to buy. They have fantastic scouting. Not only that, I think the Bernabeu is just like almost finished, right, Paul? The new stadium.
Yes. It's getting again. It's always like this date and then again, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it's almost done. So they basically like have the funds to basically say, hey, Endrick is a very talented player. They can have they can take the risk to say like, hey, if Endrick turns out really well, what a buy, and if not, hey,
I'm
the
telling you,
club is runs like
that kid.
enough.
That kid is going to be really good. My question is though, is that he's 60 now. He can only leave when he turns 18, which will be in July. So he'll be at Real Madrid in 2024. My thing is that, in my opinion, when this guy goes to Real Madrid, I'm sorry, he needs to start. Like, he needs to play. You can't. He's too good to just be pushed in slowly. And if you do, and if you do bring this guy in the first line, because 2 years from now Benzema will be on the last one.
That's what I was about to say. Like 2 years from now, Benzema will be out.
this
So
is-
it will be
this is the-
Vini, Rodrigo,
Yeah, but this is
and
the
their
interesting.
team.
This is the interesting thing. 2 years from now, when I'm telling you, he needs to play. What happens to Mbappe and Haaland?
That's
That
what I was
dream?
going to say.
What happens to that?
Does this officially shut down the Mbappe?
It could, because this kid is really good.
From that, this is what I've always said. Brazil and South America will always produce a brand of player. Because people, maybe you guys are too young. I don't think you guys. Do you guys remember Ariel Ortega?
Yes.
He was supposed to be the next Maradona. So he had the number 10 jersey and he was supposed to be the next guy, but he just didn't live up. But he was still bloody good. But he was really the next guy after Maradona. Then Messi came along. Obviously, actually, no, I might know, but it was really Ortega. Brazil, Argentina, maybe Chile, and so forth. They will always produce those kinds of individuals. So
You say
I
Chile?
feel that if you look at it, like my look, Mbappe and Haaland can't be the face of football. They can't.
No,
it has
Mbappe
to be
can.
someone
Mbappe
from basically the individual. No, Mbappe and Haaland can have their thing, but look at the lineage: Pele, Maradona, R9, Ronaldinho, Rivaldo, Messi, Neymar. It's either a Brazilian or Argentina. It is just what it is. Those are the guys that will give you those truly special footballing individuals, and we need that in football. All I'm saying is that
Darwin Nunes.
Torboli, you prick. Get off your fat ass and get some freaking scouting, man. NASA. Huh? Come on, guys. Who rated Pato? I didn't rate Pato. Who rated Pato?
Pato was highly
There is
rated.
something
He wasn't. Pato was overrated. Pato, Adriano were overrated.
Adriano was actually crazy.
No.
Yeah, he was.
No. For me, I never saw the hype of Adriano.
He was a pace and power merchant, the first Brazilian to be pace and power.
Yeah, he was. I didn't rate him. So guys, look, man. We did our ability tips. So guys, all I'm saying that please, Brazil, Argentina, don't screw this up. We need a Brazil, Argentina, but we all know that someone's going to screw up. Elias, don't let Messi screw up, man. Peace out, stay true, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. One love. Peace out.